Good evening, passengers. Welcome to the first flight of the 2026. Tonight, the madness starts, so buckle up, folks. It might be a little bumpy. And as always, please observe the no smoking signs.
Well done, Reminator.
Maybe a little bumpy.
Just a little.
She always has a little southern twang that just randomly pops
Amazing.
Yeah.
in. Little country gal.
Just a little bit.
Only when it's time to perform. Then, the southern starts to bubble up a little bit. A little twang.
So funny. I got some friends that live down here, and they'll send a text, and they'll be like, y'all. I'm like, bro,
Okay.
you're from up north. Stop saying y'all.
Do you know how much people give me crap for that? Because I say y'all all the time.
Y'all. Even sometimes
That,
my brother does it.
that
I'm
is
like,
a calling card for you, I will say.
Well,
but y'all.
You're abbreviating a syllable.
No, it's good. I say it.
You're being efficient with your verbiage.
Yep. Danny Price said he wants off the flight. Brother, we haven't even left the runway yet.
Right.
We're still taxing.
I was going to say, get ready.
We have a
haven't
little
even
bit of a
pushed out the
line.
date.
This is too much for you. You're in for something.
This is great. All right. Back in.
Ready, man.
You finally learned how to use YouTube?
Yeah, I can. Yeah, whatever, man. I'm back in. I really love looking at the chat part. I just love seeing what everybody has to say. It's really important.
I think you look at the chat more than you look at me.
Yeah, probably. But I enjoy it. Whatever.
It's for your benefit.
Yeah. Nice to see everybody back in there. The Regs, Keeter, and all of them. It's great to see them all back.
That's right.
Hell yeah. Can I get a hell yeah?
Rems, what are we doing over there?
Apparently not, Diego.
Can you do it for me?
Hell no.
Jeez, thanks, Bob.
It's almost showtime here. Get out of here, will you?
No.
You got
We
the
are
thing.
so
It's right
bad.
here. It shows you where everything is.
It's almost time.
Yep,
It
it's
is.
time now.
Well, let's start the insanity.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Man Cave. The 2026 SID's View podcast season is about to begin. Lots to go over the last month. The snow is finally starting to melt. My man Diego's in the house. What's up, brother?
Hell yeah. Feels really good to be back in the house.
Indeed.
2026 season. Looking forward to a bigger and better Sid's View podcast.
That's what I'm talking about. The Reminator's over here.
Am I going to be the one doing this?
Well, you finally showed up for the season premiere. I figured, why not?
Yo, yo, yo! It's a beautiful Tuesday. I'm here with my boys. Let's do this.
All right, down in the bullpen. He did not disappoint. That hairdo is immaculate.
Aloha, Mr.
What up, everybody? Your man Sheldon back in the house after an unexpectedly lengthy Atlanta trip. But we are back in Atlanta talking about, back in New England.
Wow.
Dude, it's like my mind's been overwritten by the ATL, but we're back in New England talking about New England racing. And buckle up because it is going to be nonstop from here on out.
All right, our man Bonssa, whatever. He's over there. Talk.
Where's my super suit?
We're a mess. Coming up, Berlin's own finally breaks the wall down. New Smyrna meets a new tire, but a familiar face reaches a familiar place.
Oh, okay. Another brilliant teaser by our man Bonssa over there at the news desk. Listen, we are excited to get back after it, huh? It's nice to take a little break, right? When the season ends, we did a couple off-season shows, but happy to get back after it. How was the off-season, my friend?
Good, man. It feels like it's been for a minute since we've been back in here.
Yeah.
It's
really only been about 5 weeks, maybe,
I know,
since we had Dave Darling in.
As I remember when we started the podcast. Remember when we first talked? And you're like,
Yeah.
we're going to do this. And now it's turned into, almost a year-round thing. We take a month or two. How long were we off? It didn't seem
I think 5. Well, you mean since November? It's a few months, and we sprinkled in a few shows.
Yeah,
but
yeah. So, but it just turned into such a great thing.
Yep.
Man, yeah. The off-season's been great. We had the special. We had get to watch the Olympics.
Yeah, not the special.
I was going to say the special privilege of watching.
Yeah.
The Olympics, which was a lot of fun.
I'm always into the Olympics. But listen, before we get into that, because we will chat about that a little bit, we don't want to get too out of whack here. Let everybody know that if they want to get into that live chat and be part of the show, go to youtube.com/SidsView/join, become a member. thankful that we've had a bulk of the members stay through the off season and enjoyed bonus content that we continually were dropping for them on Thursdays. And we have something new for the our members to be involved in each week on the show. We'll get to that in a couple minutes, but the Olympics, I was all into it. Of course, my wife Tisha is a skating coach, so she is all into the skating part of it. And but yeah, during the day watching speed skating and the
Did you see the actual slicing and dicing amongst the speed skaters and almost like the elbows being thrown?
Oh yeah.
I'm like, yo, it's a dog fight.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And it seems like everybody's just going the same speed and
Right.
nobody ever picks it up. But boy, when it gets down, they get down, man. It was fun to watch.
Then there was some, remember the old Agony Defeat crash here? Remember the Wide World of Sports? The dude used to always crash here in the opening credits. They had a couple wicked ones. Obviously, it was Lindsey Vaughn.
Yep.
Had a wicked injury with her leg. And then I saw a competitor in the, what do you call it there? The half pipe there. And they come up and they landed right on the edge
Did you
there.
see that one?
Oh, yeah, that was brutal,
I watched
man.
a lot of that. I'm kind of upset I missed the hockey game.
Yeah. I watched both of them, the women and the men.
Yeah, I missed the gold title match because I was watching something on Netflix, believe it or not. But I really enjoyed it. I didn't get a chance to watch, when they throw the little things down. And
the curling. Yeah. Everybody loves the curling,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
I did
yeah.
not.
His mic's not working.
Oh,
Diego's
Diego's
not
a little
Mike?
low. Yeah, they're calling me a little low.
Oh, what's up with that? We're gonna have
That's
this.
really
we're gonna
rare.
have
Yeah,
this
that's rare
issue
for me.
again.
Is that better? Check 1, 2. Monahan's in the house.
Here we go with this thing again.
But anyways, yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed the Olympics, and then I got to watch the ending. Did you guys see the ending ceremonies? Did you watch any of that?
I normally don't watch the closing ceremonies. No.
Oh, it was crazy, man.
Was
They
it?
had, like, a lot-
I've never seen the closing ceremonies of the Olympics. I've seen the opening. So what did they do?
Well, they just had like these crazy people dressed in costumes in between the crowds, and then they come down into this big arena, which was really lit up nice, and a live band playing. I was like, what the hell's going on? And then they brought everybody, all the different teams walked in, and it was special. I don't know. I enjoyed it. Sid, I don't know about you, but I did like watching the ladies figure skating, and it's not just from the outfits. Right. It's actually the techniques involved.
Oh yeah.
But we had me and my wife, me and Rachel.
There we go.
Damn, I wasn't ready for it yet. Here we go.
How do we
That's all I'm
make
saying,
it? 5
my wife.
minutes?
Once I started saying it, I couldn't stop. My wife this, my wife that.
Sid, how did you cue these? I mean, you have 2 years of knowledge to go off of, but wow, that feels.
Listen, he
that
gives
feels
me a
too
lot. He
scripted.
gives me a lot to work with.
Yep.
What can I tell you?
So, anyways, yes.
All right, so listen, we have something new this year. We got several new segments that will be debuting over the course of our first few shows. The very first one, and you know what happens, Diego, whenever we have a new segment, our man Rob gets to work in the graphics department. So why don't we start it off with a little something like this, shall we? That's how you do it right there.
I love it.
So we're going to do a live chat poll every week here. Our friends over at Mid-State Site Development helping us out with that. What we're doing this one is, here's the question. How many more races will Ryan Preece win on the NASCAR Cup Series in 2026? Your options are 0.
Yep.
No one should be picking that.
No more wins.
No.
1, 2, or 3 or more. So we're going to start that poll right now. Let the people out there in the live chat poll get
look
to
at it.
work on
Pops
that.
right up,
Pops
real
right
nice.
up.
Do
for
I get
you.
to vote, or is that like a kid to like insider trading or something?
You know what? We won't hold you. We won't hold
Come
that
on,
against you. You know
come
what
on.
I'm saying?
All right, I got my take here.
All right, so we'll keep checking in on that bad boy as the show goes on. Bonssa has been hard at work wrapping up the last few weeks of action, and there has been some stuff going on. So let's get into it. And Diego, thrilled to have a new sponsor on board this year for the weekly update. Our good buddy there, Dale Hedquist Motorsports. coming in as the sponsor for the weekly update. You know, I said to him when he called and was interested in the podcast, I said, you got a logo? Because I only know you as Super Dale. What are we going by here? You know,
Super Dale and Comic Sans
he
font.
sent it right over. So let's get to work here and get things started here. Bonssa's ready to roll.
We'll begin in Atlantic City because the last time we were live, the next weekend, was the Gamblers Classic TQ Midget Race, a very big event, and a modified regular took that race. Trevor Catalano won the event, a chaotic race, his first indoor auto racing win. So both TQ races in the winter were won by modified drivers, Matt Swanson in Allentown, and then Trevor Catalano in Atlantic City. That was a wild one.
That's cool. Listen, Trevor Catalano has upped his game.
Yeah.
My man is winning races in just about everything now, right? And he's very competitive everywhere he goes.
Yeah, fun to see for sure.
Hell yeah, man, that's awesome. And for Swanee,
Yeah.
you know, I know we weren't really doing this show for then, but I was super happy to see Swanson get the win, and just really, really happy for him because they've been at it a while.
The show of the night for that race, because I was there.
Yep.
Andy Jankowiak, he had a horrible heat, a horrible LCQ, had to get in by a provisional, started dead last. They stacked up at the front of the field, lap 2. It led to a chain reaction. Andy wheel hopped over one car and then went cartwheeling over half the field, up against the wall.
Yep.
And they brought him back to the infield, and he told his crew, get the car fixed and go back out there. And you know what? He got back out there.
Wow. He went Dale on him.
Yeah, he kept going, and then with a few laps to go, he flipped again.
Really?
Yeah, and that finally did the car in.
Yeah.
But it was sensational to all of us that he could even get back out there. We thought after the first flip,
Yep.
it was
Oh, yeah.
done.
I got a question for you.
Yeah.
I haven't been there. I went probably about 5 years ago, and maybe I'm bad for saying this, but I thought the races were kind of a snooze fest when
Was
I would
not
go
a snooze
because there was so many cautions. What is it like? Is it like that, or is there still a ton of cautions? Or
There was a decent amount of caution, yes, because it's such a small track.
Yeah.
And these cars rip
yeah,
every lap. But when they did go racing, it was exciting.
Yeah.
It was heart palpitating excitement.
yeah.
It was really cool. But yeah, they wrecked a decent amount of stuff.
Yeah.
We lost about 8 cars after 2 laps because of that first wreck. But no, it was really exciting. It definitely wasn't boring. There wasn't a runaway. We had several drivers up there, including Ryan Flores, battling for the win. And Trevor Catalano came out with an upset.
Yeah,
it
good
was
for
really
him.
cool.
Good for him.
Now we go to Bowman Gray Stadium in North Carolina on a Wednesday because of snow, of all things, down there. Mm-hmm. Berlin, Connecticut's Ryan Preece won the Clash exhibition race after starting 18th, charging through the field through the dry and wet conditions. It's Preece's first Cup win.
Does it count?
I don't see why not. I mean, they're exhibitions, but they count.
I seen him in New Smyrna. I'm like, buddy, I owe you a beer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well, you're
My
bet with him.
$5
Right.
turned the 580. I love you, Ryan.
Yeah.
Oh, no kidding.
Yes, last minute bet on him. But I mean, man, was that not exciting as a New England
Dude,
race fan?
It was, and I just got giddier and giddier because he just kept driving away.
I know.
I mean, there was a lot of movement at the front in that race, especially as they transitioned into the wet and then back off. But once Ryan was there, he was just locked in. I mean, regardless of whether or not you want to count it as an official win on the record books, like if you go to his Wikipedia page, is there going to be a 1 there?
No, I'm on
Regardless,
racing. I'm on racing
big
reference right
achievement.
now, and he's listed with no wins this year.
Right. Still,
So-
you cannot hold the credit on that one. I mean, he had an absolutely dominant car, and I'm excited to see what he can do when
How
they
about
head
his
back to
drive
the short
through
track.
the field?
Yeah.
You know, and it was just like, it was like old school grinding. Like you get into the guy and you're like, sorry about that a little bit, but you still did it.
Yeah.
You know, like really good short track racing. Like it really, really just played right into his wheelhouse.
And you know what? Everybody followed his lead.
Yeah.
They realized that was the only way you could really
Yep,
complete a
yep,
pass because
yep.
everybody was running the top. So
Right.
everybody did it. So
Well,
he
he's had
set the
experience.
trend.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right. He has a lot of experience doing
Yep.
that. And I've said it before. It's like he was driving at Thompson or in these days, Waterford, where the top is the best.
Yeah.
You get to the inside, run him up a little bit, get by him, no problem. But
Right.
here's the thing about it being an exhibition. the way the Clash format is now, you're still racing against everybody.
Oh, no doubt.
It's not like how it used to be where it was just pole winners or the All-Star race being
100%.
just winners. He had to beat everybody in the field to do it.
Right. Look, I'm sure they put 40 cars out there if they could, but
Yeah,
that
that-
track definitely is not made to have 40.
Yeah, no.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Be grateful we didn't have 40 cars at that track. Now we go to New Smyrna Speedway. The NASCAR Wheel and Modified Tour had their season opener, where Justin Bonsignor led nearly half the race to score the victory, the first race for American racer, holding off Tyler Ripkema in the closing laps.
It's a good race for him,
Yeah,
right? Good way to come out of the gate. That's for damn sure.
he was the fastest car.
Yeah.
Ryan Preece was up there. He led a lot of laps, but Justin Bonsignor definitely had the most consistent car. And there was a lot of late race restarts where he had to hold off Ripkema. And Ripkema's no joke, especially with Old Blue. He's not afraid to be aggressive. He gave it a shot, but just came up a little bit short.
You know, Ripkema runs really well at New Smyrna, though. He had a win there a couple of years ago in his family-owned car.
Yep.
Yeah, he runs really well there. And, but it's so hard to beat Justin Bonsignor, that whole Massa team, and Ryan Stone. I mean, it doesn't get much better. You know,
No, it
Phil
doesn't.
Moran and Ron Silka
No.
right there. But, I mean, put a team together that can match them.
The 51, it's so calculated. They all have this nonchalant demeanor that is almost so unassuming that it then becomes menacing because you're like, what's happening behind
Right.
there? Like, you're scared of them. They walk around just neutral, but they get it done every time.
Yeah, for sure.
Even with the new tire, the more things change, the more they stay the
Exactly.
same.
I
every
actually
time.
forgot all about the new tire deal.
Right.
I didn't even, I'm watching the race, and, I've got some favorites. I like watching Lutz. He's an old Speedbowl guy. To me, it's
Right.
his home track. I know he's from Riverhead. But there's a few guys I like watching. I like, since even when Austin Beers was on here, I've become a fan. That's a great thing about this show. When some of these people come on, I really don't know them. And the great part about that is I think even for the fans that are watching the show, you get to really see the person for who they are.
100%.
Right.
And I instantly become like an Austin Beers fan.
Yep.
You
Well,
know, so-
let it be a testament to the tires that we're not talking about them. I mean,
Right.
if we came out here and the first thing we talked about is the tires, probably not good.
Right, right.
And
The
you
race
mentioned
went
Silk.
on.
Didn't even make it to lap 40, and he crashed out in turn 3.
Yeah.
That's going to be interesting to follow for these next few weeks because he started the season off dead last in the standings because of that.
Yeah.
So he's trying to get that third championship. He's got a lot of work to do.
Well, I mean, listen, everybody's going to have, the guys leading the points are trying to finish every lap.
Yeah.
Silk just has to put
Yep.
together a barn burner season from here on out, really.
And they can.
Oh, yeah.
In that race, Sam Ramo had a big accident with Mike Marshall, and unfortunately, that accident led to a fractured elbow and a concussion for Ramo. And after the race, he split up with Jamie Tomeno, the car owner. So as a result, Jacob Perry will be piloting the number 99 Tomeno car at Martinsville on Friday, March 27th.
Right.
So I do have the clip of the really bad crash with Sam. So here we go.
This was bad.
Lined up right in front of Justin Bonsignor, who is trying to get away from Ryan Preece in that second spot. And now caution comes out.
Oh, my goodness.
Trouble off of turn 2.
Yep.
Had the 99.
I've
he
been
just
told
drove right into that car.
By a lot of people that have been down there.
Taking place
That's
on
a
the
big
backstretch.
blind
We're going to
spot.
look at a replay here, see what happened to put us under this caution.
Hold on there, Rob. Let the Ricker
Ramo out of shape. And
give us the old
Marshall
replay.
Came
Sorry,
in
Rick.
there at a ton.
All right, go ahead there. What were you saying?
I've just been told by a lot of people, people come into the office at Stafford, and a lot of them had gone down there for that event, and they all say that that's the biggest blind spot on the track. Like, where that 99 car was is almost completely out of view if you're from the stands.
That 28 was a brand new car, too.
Yep.
Oh, was it?
It's just so gut-wrenching to see. Oh, my God. And it ended the relationship with Tomeno and Ramo.
And what's really unfortunate is that you don't realize until what we're going to see that Ramo was sitting broadside on the track for a long time.
Long time.
Let's see.
So there goes Ramo. That's what's so unfortunate. He
That's a
was there
shot.
for a long time and still got
it hit him
T-boned.
so hard he
Right.
spun back around and went rolling.
Right.
How
yeah.
did he? What did he get? He said he got
Fractured
injured.
elbow
Yeah.
and a concussion.
Damn.
Which,
Yeah.
considering the hit, could have definitely
Been worse.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, yeah, you even saw it from, the first angle. That was, I assume, some kind of rooftop
Yeah,
camera,
but he was
right?
there
Yeah.
for like 20 minutes.
No, but I mean, well, I guess
Where
what I'm
was
trying
the
to get at is
spotter?
that was probably the highest point of the track where that initial clip was filmed from, and even in that shot was still almost out of view. I mean, again,
Yeah.
they got to have somebody down there, but still, it's a bad spot.
Dude, the spotters are on the roof.
Yep.
The car spun. When he spun, I bet you the 28 was entering 1. He made it all the way through 1 and 2
Yep.
and was still full speed on the backstretch and ran into him.
Yeah, it's a bad job.
That's a bad job.
Shouldn't have happened.
Whoever was spotting should get a spanking.
My man Tapley said every other car checked up, the blind spot was in the car.
That's exactly what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Right, that's
Yep.
what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Somebody did a bad job there.
Yeah. I mean, if you're on the track, there's no excuse.
And you feel bad for him because
Right.
it cost Ramu his job and his relationship, and the 28 was a brand new car. Was. Man.
Well, we'll stay in New Smyrna as we hope for the best for Sam Ramo. They had the World Series week with the Tour Type Modifieds the following week after the Tour Modified race. And Ronnie Williams won the Tour Modified Championship after winning the Richie Evans Memorial 100. The victory was Williams' first in the World Series. Patrick Emmerling won 2 events, including the John Blewett Memorial 76 and a last lap thriller against Ronnie Williams, while Ryan Preece won race 2. And then Paulie Hartwig III, who had just turned 15 over a week ago today, took home the opening night win.
Impressive, huh?
It was great.
Yeah.
And I remember, I don't talk to Ronnie Silk too much, but I was walking back in across the track the next day, and he had said to me, I just used up too much.
Yep.
Getting there. And when I was watching that race play out at the end, and Hartwig started opening back up, but the interview with Hartwig was awesome. He was only 14, right?
At the time.
And he says, he pretty much said, when he seen Ronnie Silk lined up next to him, he was scared shitless. And he had to hit every mark. And I know that feeling of making sure that you're on point every lap, any corner, because you probably have one of the best on your bumper in hot pursuit. So great job by Paulie Hartwig Jr.
He's been impressive.
Yeah.
And the fact that he buzzed Silk on that last restart, that's what amazed me. He got the jump on the 16 on that last restart. When you think Silk is probably going to get him in that moment, Hartwig made it look easy. And it's not.
Yeah.
But
Great week.
the race of the week, in terms of finishes, was the battle between Emmerling and Williams.
I do have that amazing finish, so let's show it.
Little bobble for both going into turn 1. He's got the run off of 2. Here comes Williams peeking to the inside for the lead, trying to not be denied tonight of his first World Series victory. Williams up to the door. White flag waving, 1 to go for Emmerling and Williams.
Going to be whichever driver has the cleanest final lap. They're going to go up the racetrack. Williams hip checks Patrick Emmerling up the racetrack. He'll take the lead. What does Emmerling have to give back? In 3 and 4, they make contact.
Oh, my.
Emmerling to the lead. Here comes Patrick Emmerling to the checkered flag. Give it to Patrick Emmerling.
It's actually
That's
pretty
freaking awesome.
nice save by Ronnie to not lose position, man.
Yeah, Jeffrey Battle finishing a nice third there because he didn't have a great speed week seated, so it was worth to give him a shout out.
Yeah, for sure.
I thought Williams was going to overcorrect into that outside wall head on.
He was
That's where
pointed.
he was going.
Right. When you're pointed to the outside wall at the end of the straight, I don't know how you save it.
Williams
Especially in a
is
mod.
a shoe.
Oh,
That
yeah.
boy can drive.
Yep.
And he didn't win the championship on a fluke.
No.
Yeah, he's a hell of a driver, and Patrick Emmerling, those guys, with our latest Dale Hedquist, at the helm, them boys got it going on.
They have been going really well
Yeah,
the last couple years. But when it comes to Williams, that was a long time coming, getting that W in the Richie Evans race, because he had come close several times in the last few years to getting a checker flag, but for one reason or another, it didn't turn out the way they wanted. And they blew a motor during the week this year in the World Series. So to bounce back from that, get a new motor, and do what they did, kudos to them, because they could have easily had 3 or 4 wins at New Smyrna up to that point, and they'd been snake bit.
Well, him and the one were pretty much the class of the field there.
Yep.
The whole week. Jimmy Blewett made some noise early on in the deuce. It was fun to watch him. You know, he's definitely exciting to watch. It's like watching my brother in a street stock race. You know, takes no prisoners, and he's just doing his work. You know, but the 1 car and the 50 car, they really had it going on. I hated to see Kopchak wreck out early in the week. That was kind of a bummer. And
he wrecked out early on?
Yeah, he wrecked a car, I think the second or third night, needed to clip or needed some work, and they just parked it. And but you know, guys like him, you want to see race because he puts you on the edge of your seat. You don't know what you're going to get from him.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, so he makes everything exciting, and you know, it is what it is. But congratulations to Ronnie Williams, and they come back every year. And they put their best foot forward every year, and finally won the championship this year. And
it's actually surprising that was the first time that he had won down there.
Yep.
Yeah. Didn't believe that when I heard that.
Yeah.
Now let's talk about your nephew.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, Brody Monahan competed in the pro late models with what is now Monahan Motorsports.
Hell yeah.
Ran by his dad, Sean. And to say that their week was a roller coaster is an understatement. But the high point, race number 3, Brody bounced back from a DQ the previous night to dominate the 60-lap feature and score his 2nd win in the World Series.
It was exciting, you know. The night before, we got beat by the ACT Series champ. What's his name?
Raphael Lassard.
You know, he's a class act, you know, and he ran Brody really well for the whole night, you know, and he won the race.
Yep.
And, you know, to me, his skill level in that race, you know, he knew what he had to do to win the race, and he did it as clean as possible, and you can't really be mad at him. You know, was Brody kicking himself in the butt after? Probably a little bit, but that's part of the learning process. But needless to say, super proud of my brother and his wife, and Scott Anderson as a crew chief, and Brody for, you know, really showing up at Speed Weeks. And, you know, I think the only one there that really gave him a run for his money was Max Reeves. Now, we couldn't have beat him, but, you know, all in all, great Speed Weeks. We had a dominant car almost the whole week, and that's hard to do because there was regularly 28 cars. And I try to tell people, most of these guys that show up, I'm not only just in this class, but, you know, when you look up at the supers, a lot of these guys are track champs at their own tracks.
Yeah.
A guy like Raphael Lassard, who's just nasty. And so you're really racing against the best in the country, and nobody's showing up to New Smyrna and Grandma's Jalopy.
No.
Right.
Everybody's got top-of-the-line stuff.
Not at all. Everything to what you just said. I mean, definitely a dominant card. You know, watching, I want to root for Brody because you know he's from the area. And then the race he got spun out, I was like, oh, we're finally gonna have a race.
Yeah,
but,
you know, it sucks, but it was a great. Yeah, it's great to talk about it because obviously he's my nephew. I'm super proud of them guys. So great week for us.
Well, let's go to Daytona.
All righty.
We begin with the ARCA race on Saturday, February 14th, where Seekonk, Massachusetts' Gio Ruggiero led the final 6 laps of the ARCA feature to win for the first time in that series. Glenn Reen finished 5th, Andy Jankowiak 10th.
Well, what do you think about that, huh, Fro?
What?
Yeah, what do you think about Glenn Reen finishing 5th? Is that not exciting or what?
No, I'm big into it.
I am really big into it. You know who was crazy? Is Gio Ruggiero. Did you see him put the leader out?
Yeah, he tried to bump him, and it didn't work out. It was a bump draft gone wrong.
I know. I'm a big fan of Gio. He's a Seekonk Waterford boy, so I was really happy to see him up his game, get his first win in a Joe Gibbs car and at Daytona.
Yeah, I mean, that race, you can definitely tell that the Daytona surface is wearing out. I mean, the Cup cars still are pretty bunched up, but those truck and Xfinity races, when they get to the end of the stage, they are all over the place. Especially in the truck race, it seemed like handling was starting to matter out of 4, you had guys sliding up the hill, it seemed, every other lap.
Yeah.
And I'm really excited to see those races get back to that. They had a really good weekend all around for the sport shows, for sure. I'm definitely happy. I mean, our boy up there, like you just said, top 5.
All right. Well, that means it's time for a little something here. Diego, you ready?
I'm ready.
Time to drop some stops. What am I saying? So our friends over there at Preferred Fabrication are going to help us with the stat drop. Did you know that our main man, Reen, he's only got 3 starts in the old ARCA series.
Okay.
Now he's got 2 top 5s.
It's unbelievable.
Pretty impressive. You know, it's funny. We had a reel that we posted when you were saying, weren't you clowning on him?
Oh, yeah.
And I thought you were referencing the tour race. And then somebody had commented, I forget who it was. Somebody had commented and referenced some video. And I went back and looked. And I was questioning at the time, this is pre the back-to-back top 5s.
Yep.
And where he had gone out and he finished like 20-something. And I was wondering, like, is it worth it? But of course, if I knew his next 2 races, he was going to have top 5, said clearly it's worth it. But, really cool to actually, you know what, Diego? I actually got a couple pictures that have a look-see here. So he was teammates there with Andy J, right?
Yep.
The 2 of them there out on the track. And then there's a picture of the old crew down there. So that's Glenn and his girl there. Our man Slim. Rob Walendy's in the house. You got Jacob Perry's over there on the far left.
Oh, yeah.
And a couple other guys. The guy Steve, I remember from when we did the show. And so, yeah, good for those guys, man. Really, really impressive to kind of see what Glenn's doing. You know, it's tough, especially when you're not a regular competitor, to go down there and have the kind of success he's been having now, back-to-back races in the ARCA series. So good for him, man.
And you can often, again, at Daytona, chalk it up to, there was a huge wreck, 20 cars. Finishing 5th sometimes is kind of a crapshoot, but this ARCA race was run pretty cleanly. I mean, they had a few, maybe there was 1 or 2 multi-car wrecks or a couple spins, but like that 5th was very much an earned 5th.
Listen, when you're coming off of turn 4 and you're part of that cluster of 5 for the win.
Oh, yeah.
It's all, Andy Seiss and the crew chiefs, all those guys, that's all they can do is put the driver in position to win the race.
Yep.
And that's what they did. He had a shot. He's not very familiar there with all that stuff in the drafting. I know he was probably learning on the fly, and I'm not sure he had a lot of help, but he had a shot. And that's all you can ask for at a race like that.
Well, I think his top 5s, 1 at Daytona, 1 at Watkins Glen, a super speedway and a road course.
Right. Pretty
impressive.
Yep.
Well, most good road courses are good super speedway racers. I don't know why that is.
Yeah.
That is true.
Right?
Same with like the dirt guys. I feel like they get it done on the supers. Not Larson, though.
I was always pretty good on dirt.
All right, real quick here before we continue on, the poll, 7% 3+ wins for Ryan. 17% say 0 more wins. 36% say 1, and 40% say 2.
I think the people that say 0 just thinks Tyler Reddick's going to win the whole year.
Tyler Reddick will win all 36 races.
Well, we'll get to Tyler in a moment, but one thing we should not overlook, Xfinity race. Patrick Emmerling finished 13th at Daytona, driving for Ryan Sieg, or driving for the Sieg family. Yeah, he drove the 38 car and finished 13th. So he did a great job keeping that car in one piece and getting a top 15.
That's a great run for him. It's great to see locals really shining on a national level.
Yep. I feel like there's been, obviously not the height of the New England rep all time in the National Series, but it definitely feels like the last couple of years compared to like the previous 10.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
I would definitely say there's been an uptick.
Oh, it definitely has between Gio, Priest,
Christopher joining the mix.
It's been
Justin.
great. Justin. It's been awesome.
What else you got, Bonssa?
Now we go to Coda, as Remy mentioned and spoiled, because nobody knew this happened. Tyler Reddick, 3 for 3 on the year in the Cup Series. Nobody had ever done that in the entire history of NASCAR until this past weekend, dominating the 95 lapper from the pole.
Yep.
Unbelievable, right?
It's almost impressive as winning the freaking super speedway aero race with no front fender.
Yeah,
I
Yeah.
like
What
that. What the hell was that all about? I was lucky enough to see that in person, and I don't know when I'll get to do this, so I want to give a huge shout out to Rich Cater. Hooking me up with the garage passes for that one.
Oh, hell yeah. Richie's great.
Yeah, I
like
got
that.
to see the Reddick car when it was still in decent condition.
That's great.
Wasn't at the end of the race when I saw it again.
And that's impressive, though. It's so hard to win 3 in a row with the way Cup competition is now. And 2 of them on a super speedway, 1 on a road course. It's not like they're all the same type of track. 3 very different tracks, even though 2 are drafting style. Reddick, and the last 2 wins have been from the pole. He started on the pole at Atlanta too, I believe. So they are on a tear.
Well, that was
23-11
my
is on a tear right now. They're 1-2 in points.
Yeah, they got.
Are they still after the Dakota?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Reddick has a 70-point lead over Bubba.
That's great.
Yep.
I mean, Michael Jordan's got to be damn proud.
Yep.
Oh, that's an understatement.
Now he won that lawsuit, and they put that in the clause. They got a few extra
Wins.
few extra horses under the old hood there.
They said
Right
that
in the agreement.
Kevin Harvick said, "Oh, that thing handles good down the straightaway."
Listen, they get 750, we get 800, and it all just goes away.
Come on, Fro.
No, I don't believe that. But I know Bonssa and I have seen a lot of interesting activity on the old Bird app the past few days.
A lot of absurdities is what you call it. So after 3 points races, I mentioned Tyler Reddick's the point leader. Ryan Preece is 16th in points with 1 top 10 finish this year, which came at Atlanta. So it's a so-so start for the 60 team as of now.
Mm-hmm.
Now we go to Seekonk Speedway, where they just announced revisions to their Drive for the Cup Championship format for both Fast Friday and NASCAR Saturday, coinciding with the reintroduction of the chase at the national level. So let me explain. Bear with me. The top 4 drivers at the end of the regular season will be called the Final 4. They're the 4 drivers eligible for the championship. The point leader at the end of the regular season gets 5 bonus points. Second in points gets 3 bonus points, then 2, then 1. A win is a bonus point for each of the final 4 drivers. So if you win 2 races during the year, you get 2 bonus points, and that counts through the entire season. And the highest finisher in the final 4 races, the playoffs are the last 4 races. The highest finisher amongst the 4 drivers gets 4 points. The second highest gets 3 points, and so on. Basically, the winner-take-all concept for the finale is gone at Seekonk. Whoever accumulates the most points in the last 4 races of the year amongst the final 4 will be crowned a champion. But that only decides the champion. Second in points on back will be decided by the total points accumulated throughout the season.
Playoffs? Don't talk about it. Playoffs?
I need to see it on paper.
Yeah,
Do you?
I mean,
it's
what is this? It's like they enter their own points format,
That's how it's
essentially?
always been. Yeah, that's how it was the last several years with the Win and You're In. They had their own point system within the championship 4 leading up to the finale.
So it's not like they enter, because, for a lot of the chase format that we see now, it's like that you're still scored against the other drivers. But under this format, they are just scored against the
Each
other
other.
playoff guys.
Yep.
So even if
exactly.
you finish 15th and the next playoff guy is 3rd, you only score 1 less point.
Yeah,
Is that
so
how I understand
if
it?
the highest finishing playoff driver finishes 7th, they get 4 points.
Okay.
If the next one is 8th or 28th, they get 3 points, and then
Okay.
so on. So whoever gets the most points accumulated with each race plus the bonus points,
Right.
they become champions.
Okay, so it's the same, but just no resets now.
No resets.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't know how you make up points on the last race, though. I mean, if you're down 3, I mean, you got to hope he finishes 2 points behind and you win.
Mind you, a win is a bonus point now.
Yeah.
So if you win a race, you get 2 points instead of, if you win a race, you get 5 points instead of 4 because a win is a bonus point.
Right.
Yeah, this is.
I'm confused.
I know. I need.
You're already confused?
Yeah.
Pretty much.
That's great.
I remember they had the drop 2 rule at the Speedbowl years ago, and I remember Terry saying, like, he realized after just 1 season that fans couldn't figure out the points.
Right.
And his PR department couldn't hype it up because you always had to drop the 2 worst finishes.
Right.
Right.
You can't hype up doing math on the points.
Right, and nobody wants to do extra math in
Yeah,
any
true.
aspect of life,
No.
so.
That happened at Stafford in 2021. They had a drop rule, drop your lowest finish one race.
Right.
So we didn't know what the championship picture was like until we got to the finale where
Yeah.
that drop finally applied.
Right.
Right.
And
Yeah.
I mean, if that's too confusing, then this is just
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we got, Gretchen Robideau says it's better than before, but the general consensus is it's still too confusing. So, I don't know.
Well, let's go to the Speedbowl
Okay.
because they just announced their 2025 season banquet. Not just announced, but a week and a half, 2 weeks ago. So the Saturday night banquet will take place on Saturday, March 7th, this Saturday, while details for the Wild and Wacky Wednesday banquet will be finalized in the weeks to come.
I don't know why they just didn't put them both together.
Do they normally do that?
No, but
They've done it a couple times.
Yeah,
It's
I
not
understand.
like they've
I
never
mean-
done it before.
I mean, I don't know, man. It just seems like the banquet's 2 months late. The season starts in a month. Like, what are we doing?
I mean, people aren't thinking that much about last season anymore. I feel like it's getting to the point where it's full steam ahead. You're thinking about the
Well,
future
at
now.
least it gives the champs their respect, at the Speedbowl to give up and give their speech.
Yeah.
And they get that opportunity because I'm sure they've all were itching to do that. And
Yeah.
Especially my boy Hoovier.
Jesus.
Who? Mr. Hoovie.
All right. What else
Jesus.
you got over there, Bonsa?
Well, you have something to share with us, don't you, Sid?
No, not yet.
No, not yet.
yeah, not
Oh,
yet, yeah.
I'm getting ahead of myself.
Oh, yeah,
Alrighty
you are.
then. Well, let's go to NEMA because they just released their schedule. They called it tentative. So for 2026, they confirmed that they will not hold an event at Monadnock Speedway. It's the first time they haven't had a race there since 2012.
Oh.
Also, no events are slated at Seekonk Speedway as of yet. And Seekonk hosts the Boston Louis Memorial and have for many, many years. So we're not sure how that's going to turn out.
Yeah, here's the I put the schedule up there. So yeah, the Boston Louis not being there it sticks out to me for sure, and the Memorial Day race at the Speedbowl, that's the same day as the tri-track race.
What?
Yeah, so apparently that event they're having the tri-track race, the lights for 50 laps, and the NEMA on top of. I mean, if we had a schedule, we'd know, but I don't know. Strange. Okay.
But they are back at Thompson for the Icebreaker in the World Series.
I mean, I don't know
which
what else
is
to say.
Yeah. But they're back at Thompson for the Icebreaker in World Series, which is typical. And they're returning to Riverside up in Groveton for the first time since 2017. That was a new event they added recently after that schedule was posted that Sid showed on the
It is
stream.
a little weird not seeing him at Seekonk on the schedule.
Oh, for
there.
sure.
It's very weird.
Yeah,
Especially
isn't that
that's
weird?
and that's their marquee event. Is that Boston Louis is their marquee event.
Right.
But yeah, they're at Oktoberfest. They're at the Star Classic. They're at the World Series. They're at some of the the mainstays in New England racing. But
And lastly, the Race of Champions just announced a multi-year agreement to have their events broadcasted on Flow Racing.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's nice.
yeah,
I'll be excited to actually, be able to follow that.
I just ended my subscription to Race in America.
Oh, okay. I thought you were
I
going to say
realized
Flow.
they were charging me $18.99 a month. I'm like, what an idiot I am for paying that.
And it's
Wow.
$18.99 is the right to pay more for the pay-per-views.
I know. Flow Racing is so much better, man. And I'm excited to be able to watch the ROC. They've got some good competition there.
It's amazing how many different forms of modified racing is on Flow now.
Yep.
I think that's going to help the ROC because, you don't get a chance. You only hear about, Eric Paulus and a few of those other guys that run that series that used to run the MRS or the Wheeling Tour.
yeah.
And these small little bull ring tracks like Mahoning Valley is one, right?
Yep.
And get to see Austin Beers go down there, maybe their family car or something else. It's going to be exciting to watch.
Yeah, you got Mahoning Valley, Lake Erie up
yeah.
there. So it'll be interesting. And I've enjoyed watching ROC whenever I get the chance. But this has been the first edition of the Dale Hedquist Motorsports Weekly Update.
Hell yeah.
All right, well done, my friend. Let's carry on, Reminator. You ready over there?
Hold on.
All right, get yourself a.
She's like, Hold
yourself
on.
a glass of water. Want to make sure you're ready to roll.
Rusty from the
I'm
offseason.
ready.
Get
It's
ready.
time for this week's Waddell Communications Nostalgia Nugget of the week.
Well done.
Well done.
I feel like we
Let's not get excited here.
we finished strong there. Yeah, not
What do you
bad.
say? The start sucked.
It was all right. It was all right.
All right, well, we all know that the Clash was at Bowman Gray Stadium. That was the second straight year that it was held there, but it was not the first time that the NASCAR Cup Series held an event at a sports stadium. All right, everybody is making noise at me. Trust me, I'm watching the levels here. These guys screwed me all up, man.
sorry, I
I know.
love you
You
so
have no idea what I'm dealing with over here, all right? I understand what's going on. Let me just show you some freaking pictures, will you? Jesus Christ. All right, so they had a race there in Soldier Field where the Chicago Bears play. 1956, on July 21st, the Grand National Series held the 33rd race of the season at Soldier Field. It was a 200-lap, 100-mile race. NASCAR Hall of Famer Fireball Roberts passed Jim Paschal, I think is how you say his name, with 6 laps to go. The event drew over 14,000 fans and is the only event ever held at Soldier Field. 1957 edition of the race was sanctioned by NASCAR. Despite originally being considered a Grand National Series event, the race is not retrospectively considered part of the official 1957 Grand National Series. For reasons that are unclear, the Soldier Field never held another Cup Series race. And I got some pretty cool photos to show you. Check this out over here.
Yeah, I was going to say,
Wow.
it kind of reminds me of like Bowman Gray.
Yeah,
It
exactly.
would be the same thing.
Right. So
Look at that.
Yeah. Really neat, huh?
That is cool.
I mean, Soldier Field is a pretty iconic place.
Mm-hmm.
And
Wow, look at that. Still looks the same.
right? So these aren't all from that Cup Series race. They had a bunch of different sanctioned events, including this one here, which was a convertible race.
Oh, that's so
Right?
sick.
Peeps getting crazy on the old.
That's cool.
Seriously, so that's the old nostalgia nugget of the week. I hope that Remy and I are over here trying desperately to keep up with the audio issues that have come upon us. Right out of the gate here. As usual, we got ourselves some challenges, but never fear. Our man Rob is down there in the bullpen. As the sign says, he would poop here again. But it's time for the old section.
Yes, I wish you could kind of see it here.
There you go. Yep.
You might remember this from the infamous reel where we all got our Christmas gifts, and of course, mine has made itself at home right here in the man cave. So
Good job by you.
we are entering Sid's favorite time of year when all the stat chats are about Cup.
Yeah.
He loves it. You hear that?
Wonderful.
That was very enthusiastic. Mm-hmm. Starting things off, a hot topic that a lot of people saw debate about. I was involved. I'm sure Bonza was also involved. Should the Clash stay at a small track like Bowman Gray, or should it make its return to Daytona?
You damn right, wise ass.
What was so which option?
I don't know. Whatever.
I like Daytona.
I don't. I like Daytona too. My problem is the last time they raced on the oval, people complained about how they kept wrecking, and they wrecked a lot for a 15-car field. I think only 5 finished the race.
The 2020 edition?
Hey, how cool would it be to be at New Smyrna, though?
It would be, but they have no safer barriers.
Yeah, they put him in at Loudon. I mean, at Bowman Gray, didn't they?
That is true, I believe.
I mean, why wouldn't you go? They're right down the road. The very next weekend, they're in Daytona. And it makes perfect sense. And it's Speed Weeks. Like, it could be the startup of Speed Weeks. And that would be awesome.
Yeah, the two events go hand in hand already.
That would be awesome. I mean, what a spectacle that would be.
But the thing is, for me, I love Daytona. I love watching the racing, even though it gives me anxiety. But I just personally think there's too many times with Daytona. You're going to go there 3 times?
At least.
What? Like, maybe do the road course, but people don't like road courses, so let's do something different. Let's go to Bowman Gray. Let's go to different tracks. Why not? Try it out. See what happens. What is the problem?
Why don't they go to Stafford?
They tried it out. It sucked.
Did you know that
How do you like that answer?
Was that a serious question? Was that a serious question?
If they became NASCAR again, it would be perfect.
No, it wouldn't.
Okay, whatever.
There's 4 feet of snow on the ground up there.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
Dude, what are you talking about?
Well, usually it doesn't snow like it does this year.
Dude.
It's
still Connecticut.
Yeah, I forget about that.
I know,
part.
but like,
Okay,
I
okay.
saw somebody tweet
Well, put
about
a damn
that. I
dome
was
around
like,
the place.
do you want me to send you a picture of what the track looks like
Yeah,
now?
Right.
I like you, Saberta. What about the Battle at the Beach?
Oh,
think about it.
Was that a bright spot? The Battle at the Beach?
I don't know.
I feel like everybody laughed at that event. It was not.
I saw some modifieds
praise
flipping.
sports racing.
I
No.
liked it.
I thought it was cool.
I mean, it was what it was.
You're joking, right?
I liked it.
Come on.
What?
It was in a parking lot.
Well, so's
Did
Bowman
you even
Gray.
go?
No, but it
I
was
didn't even go. I went every year.
it was disrespectful to the modifieds.
Was it
Battle of
3
the-
years or 2 years?
2 years. You went
Oh.
every year.
Yeah,
All
whatever.
2 years.
I didn't miss one of
I
them.
mean, it's still every year.
Listen,
Yeah, it
just
is.
because you were dumb enough to go down there
Oh, no,
doesn't
it
mean
was
that it was
fun.
good.
It was fun.
My point is,
Really?
you're so taken
I
aback.
actually-
Sid, you
the
can't
park-
believe it, can you?
No, we actually, the parking for the Bash at the Beach, you had to drive on the track and park in the grass in the infield. That was the parking for the Bash at the Beach.
So was that your favorite part of the entire event?
I was slightly excited about that. well, you look up, all you see is asphalt. You're like, wow, that's steep.
Either way, my point is Daytona, the way it is now, especially with the saving fuel and all that, that second segment is going to be long enough where you have to pit. They're going to be single file, and then when it's time to race, they wreck.
No.
That's why people were sick of it.
Here's how you fix it. Bring it back to 25 laps.
It's
25
an
laps,
easy-
they won't save fuel.
That is true. I'm sure there's more reasons behind it. But if it's not going to change, the Clash had a lot of yellows. It definitely had a lot. I think 17 of them. But I still enjoyed watching while they were racing. When it was green, it was fun to watch. And they were dealt a bad hand with the weather. So
I like Bowman Gray.
I do too. So if you ask me, Daytona or Bowman Gray, I'd pick Bowman Gray right now. Or the
Same.
Coliseum. I'd go back to the Coliseum.
It seems like they always have a lot of cautions. I don't think you're going to get away with that with an exhibition race, especially one that's designed like that, a little scrappy place like Bowman Gray. I mean, the only one I can remember that really didn't have that many yellows was when they went to the road course. I mean,
And that had an exciting finish. But
yeah,
people
that was a
hated
pretty
it.
cool one. I don't know why. Whatever.
Because fans.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
I don't know.
why.
I can chalk it up to that. If they're going to bring it back to Daytona, experiment with the package a little bit. Maybe rip the spoiler off. You got to do something with that package. But
Don't.
anyway, it's a whole different conversation.
Don't rip the whole spoiler
Why do you
off.
even need that race?
What?
The Clash.
I don't know, because fans?
It's a non-points race. You already have the duels. I mean, why don't you just not have it?
It
Money
was,
for the drivers?
it was unique in the fact that it was only for pole winners.
Well, I
but
mean,
that's
I know,
gone now.
I know they have it because of money, but I mean,
Right.
You know,
I mean, both the All-Star race and the Clash have kind of drifted. Especially, I don't know if you guys saw the All-Star. I don't know if that got touched on, but the All-Star rules are like, it's just not the All-Star race. And I'm pretty sure every driver starts it.
I like the Clash.
I do too. I'm not
enjoy
hating on
watching
it.
Heat races.
Yeah, I like it.
Heat races are cool. Last chance qualifiers are
Right.
cool. These guys are dog fighting it out. So
Keeter has a good point there, Rob, to your 25 laps that you got to have a long enough block to satisfy Fox.
True.
So, again, it's all about the money.
You know, you should have to pull down your car at some point during the race, like a Joker lap, and get out and do a little dance or something, and they can extend the race a few minutes.
You know
Next
what I mean?
question.
Okay.
Diego. It's all about the old, you know what I'm saying?
oh, you ain't kidding.
All right. So we're 3 races into the season now, after an off season with a lot of changes. Again, the lawsuit was settled. The teams have evergreen charters now. Increased horsepower at the short tracks. The playoff system has been ditched for the classic chase. What is the meter for fans right now, or the sentiment, so to speak? Do they feel a sense of relief, like things are finally on the up and up? Or is there kind of this sense of fatigue?
Yeah. Yeah.
That might be your response, Sid.
No.
honestly, I felt like leading into this season was probably the most positive vibe I had seen for the Cup Series in a long time, because people were generally very happy about the playoff system or the chase now. The lawsuit, that's a whole different deal. But there was a lot of optimism, and I think there's still optimism because now, for me, after the race, I go to the point standings because it actually matters. And I've seen a lot of people like that matter, in that you have to look at the points to see where these drivers are at because it plays a bigger part in the championship picture. I don't think there's burnout yet, at least from what I've seen. Do people complain? They will always complain.
Yeah,
they will always find a reason to complain, no matter how great it is. That's just NASCAR fans. But I still think there's a lot of optimism and high spirits to start off the season, even with one driver winning all three races.
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't agree more. I feel like I've been in the NASCAR social media sphere, obviously a very tumultuous place for quite a while now, and usually coming into the season, everyone's kind of like holding their breath, like, oh, geez, what controversy we're going to have this year. I really haven't seen a lot of that. I also am a big fan of the points. When my guy Joey's out there running 15th, I'm not kind of like, oh, he'll win some race in August and this won't matter. I'm like, oh, God, like he's got to go. Even a guy like Reddick. I mean, you'd think the Reddick fans in the past would be breathing easy right now, but if he goes and balls it up 3 weeks in a row, he's back to where he was.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man. It's hard for me to get excited about Cup racing. I don't know why I don't.
I'm with you, bro.
I watch it until I'm bored out of my mind, and then I walk away. If Priest is doing something good or somebody I know, then I'm, depending on the race. These like the Atlanta type races.
So great.
I enjoy them, and I will watch them. Maybe I stand with some of the other fans on the COTA race.
I'm not a road course guy.
Yeah, I was. To me, it was kind of a snooze fest. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, like you said, all of them can't be great, but NASCAR has to continue to try to be great, and try to make every race great. And at some point, it's got to be. I would hope to think that it has to be more than just the money, because if you make the races great and everybody tunes in, then the money will follow, right? And if you continually put on snooze fests, I mean, the thing that keeps me exciting are our local boys. Really, I could give a crap less. I mean, I'd like to see Denny Hamlin win because of what has happened and who he has become. I enjoy it. Do I enjoy Michael Jordan in the sport? He's been great for the sport, right? But overall, I don't know, man. If my wife wants to watch 1162 on Netflix, I'm putting it on, unless something else is happening.
I wouldn't even be watching if Ryan wasn't in Cup Series.
Right.
Wouldn't even be watching.
It's not like it was in days of old. And I know people may get on me because it'll never be that way. And things have definitely changed. But
I mean, I do watch I would watch the Daytona 500. Just like I watched Indy 500 and I watch, the Kentucky Derby. It's just like a slice of America like we watch the Olympics. It's that kind of event to me.
Yep.
And I think Atlanta's a nice follow-up. I can't believe they go from Daytona to Atlanta to a road course.
What a crash.
Man. I mean,
I know what they could do.
Not race at road courses?
No.
I wouldn't hate it.
Just duplicate like 5 Carson Hosevars. Okay? All right, let's start them all through the field and watch them battle from 2 laps down to the lead. Now, that was exciting for me to watch at Atlanta.
Oh, it was fun at the stands.
I mean, my wife... Oh, shoot. Damn it. Anyways, my wife's like, who do you think's going to win this one? And I'm like... Oh, this is wide open.
Yeah.
With Hocevar there, you don't know what's going to happen. And I was on the edge of my seat. Now, I know people don't like wrecking, and that's okay. And I don't like wrecking when it's my stuff. But on the NASCAR level, there is nothing more exciting than having nobody be friends with Carson Hocevar.
Yeah.
They all bitch about him, and then he's on your bumper on a green-white check, and you're like, oh, shit.
That's what Christopher Bell said.
Yeah. Oh my God. What is going to happen here?
I worry they're going to rein him in. I mean, we had this with Chastain 3 or 4 years ago, and they reined him in.
Yeah. I hope he continues.
Carson, they need to just say, go out there. There's no other cars on the track. Just drive like a qualifying lap, and whoever's in the way, well, good luck.
I will say
it's so awesome.
I will say this: you talk about how you enjoy Atlanta. Everybody enjoyed Atlanta. But what if they start making a lot of racetracks like Atlanta because everybody likes it? Everyone's going to hate it.
I don't know. I'd like it. I would like it.
I think people would turn on super speedway racing if there's too much of it,
I
even
think
though it's the most popular.
Atlanta is going to have. You can hook casual fans into a sport. I don't see you doing that with road course. Only diehards are watching road course races, and a lot of racing people don't even like road courses. Rob's saying he wouldn't mind if they go away. Chris Myers in the chat says way too many. Like, to me, that's just not. I would just watch F1 or something if you wanted to see road courses.
I enjoy Watkins Glen. They get going at Watkins Glen, but that's the only one where I really am kind of excited going into the race day.
How about this? Bowman Gray. They can run the rain tire. That makes it exciting.
Mm-hmm.
Like when stuff like that happens,
right?
I want to watch.
Well, you need variables.
We're changing to our rain tire.
Yeah, but Bowman Gray only works for the class. You can't start, 36 cars? You can't start 36 cars.
No, but what I'm saying, you need to do something, even if it's a little bigger. Right? That was exciting to watch from lap 1 all the way to the end. I watched every lap of that, even when Ryan was back in 18th.
Or that Bristol race with the excessive tire wear.
That's what I'm saying.
Right.
I was at that one. I was very
It's unfortunate,
privileged.
but you almost need these little trinkets now to keep it exciting. But that's just my take.
They engineer every last drop out of it. You got to throw an unexpected variable. Sorry, we'll continue.
Yeah, it's 8:03.
I could rant about cup rules.
Yeah, let's not do that.
Midnight. But I won't. I'll spare Sid. He might faint, pass away.
Yeah, buddy.
Everyone likes my little bit of spice, you know?
That's a great one.
I like it. That was a compliment that just rolled right there.
Go ahead.
We got one more. Diego just briefly touched on it. Michael Jordan's presence in NASCAR. Is it good for the sport, or is it a distraction from the racing as far as coverage and fan reception?
I mean, I think it's a home run. Mm-hmm. How could you ask for? I mean, he hasn't played basketball in 20 years.
The chalkboard chatter says it all.
That's right, man. Friends over there at Mid-State Site Development, another three-peat.
Did you see Reddick recreate the picture?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That was so tough, man.
I mean, he's still a polarizing figure, even though he hasn't been an active athlete in a couple decades. But he's still Michael Jordan.
You can see how excited
he is.
And
he's really into it.
Yeah.
And, it's nothing but a positive, in my opinion.
Yeah.
He is. I couldn't wait. And they're Fox is so excited. How often do you see them interviewing the owner on the way to victory lane?
I know.
Yeah, right.
Right, because they know how big of a story this is.
For sure.
Right? And so, Michael Jordan may lead to another big person coming, because they're like, that looks like a hell of a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And I want to do something like that. And it's just going to make the sport better.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, there's a status to owning sports franchises, right? You see a lot of these tech guys now are buying up, and that could be the thing now with these NASCAR teams, and it could be nothing but a positive. But go ahead, Rob.
Well, especially that now the charters are evergreen, right? Like it's not we can't really make this investment because we don't know if it's going to go away in 5 years. They hypothetically they are evergreen now. They last in perpetuity.
Right.
I mean, in this Michael Jordan, I mean, all these wins he's getting, it's hard for me to sometimes tell as a fan whose feed is already so curated to racing when something really goes mainstream. But when I see them talking about SportsCenter, or on SportsCenter they're talking about NASCAR in length because it was Michael Jordan winning. When's the last time that happened?
Right.
I mean, ESPN, they're not even on the freaking bottom of the ticker anymore, NASCAR.
Yes,
But,
true.
I mean, this has gone far and wide, and it is because Michael Jordan's face is plastered all over these scenes.
But it's exciting. I mean, on a last note for me, it's been exciting to watch because you can see the passion in him.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
The passion he has for his team, he thanks everybody on the team, slaps everybody on the team high five. He is ecstatic. It's just so exciting to watch for me that somebody loves it as much as I love it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to poo-poo it here. I don't know if it's as much as his love or passion for the sport, as much as he is extraordinarily competitive.
Right.
And, if anybody watched The Last Dance, so, I mean, I'm not saying he doesn't love the sport, but I think that it's the DNA of him of being just, he'll be competitive about anything.
Yeah.
That's what I learned from the last
Yeah,
dance,
right.
So I think that's part of it as well. But
All right, people. That's a wrap. First stat chat of the year. Thank you. Who's the
all right. Well done, guy. Well done by you. Let's carry on here, huh? Bonssa alluded to this one. We might have crossed stuff up here in the order we're doing things, but we'll get to everything eventually. You just got to stay with us. All right, so what are we talking about here? I don't know. The Did You Know segment? Yes, I got you.
Yeah, that's what was there.
So, the cool thing about that is our friends over there at Skakit Property Management, they are going to return as the Who Won the Week sponsor, but we don't start that for a while. They said, hey, we're in for the whole season, so what else can we do? So they're going to be doing Did You Know with us for a while. Diego, I know we talked about how the banquet is a little bit late, but did you know it is not the latest that the Speedbowl has ever had a banquet? In historical context here, the banquet being on March 7th this year, it's not the latest that it's been held. In fact, it's tied for the 5th latest time.
Wow.
In 2014, just 12 years ago, it was actually held on March 7th, which is the same date as this year. 1983, when Dick Williams ran the track, it was on March 11th, 1984. The 1980 banquet, when Harvey Tattersall ran the track, it was held on March 14th, 1981. And then how easily we forget, we're old, so we forget things. But it was only 2021 when the banquet was held on March 26, 2022. That is the official latest that the banquet has ever been held. And, of course, the 2020, they didn't have it because of the pandemic. They actually had an awards presentation trackside on May 8th, 2021. And in 1984, they actually never had a banquet. So it is a little bit late, but it is not unprecedented. It's not the end of the world. And let's just hope that they are releasing some information this Saturday night.
That'd be nice. That'd be a good change of pace.
When they have it.
Down that rabbit hole, are we?
Let's leave it alone.
Give it a few weeks.
We got a lot to get to still, so we're going to leave that one alone. Diego, get yourself ready over there, will you? No, you got to be kidding me, right?
What's your record for consecutive questions asked?
All righty. I'll take that.
Yeah.
Got to thank Ed Marcel, Firewood and Land Clearing for this segment of Viewer Mail.
Oh, well, you know what I say? Screw you guys. I'm going home.
All righty. First question. I just remember to get these in. First question from our buddy Tyler Owen.
Oh, yeah, we know that guy.
Okay, you guys ready for this one?
Mm-hmm.
I apologize if this was already discussed, but who are your picks to win the Sunoco Rookie of the Year for the Modified Tour this season? It might become the most competitive fight for that award in my time. It's hard to find the history of the points outside who is the winner. This year we got Hodgson, who finished 11th, Michael Christopher Jr., who finished 19th, and Paulie Hartwig Jr., the third, who was too young at the time and had to sit out. That's 3 names, which should make for a very good Rookie of the Year battle, no doubt.
All right.
I think the underwarming favorite or people rooting for in our area is MC3, or Junior.
MCJ.
MCJ. That sounds like, that sounds good. Maybe I'll call him that from now on. MC3.
Well, I'm gonna go with TH4. Okay, Teddy Hodgson.
But Hartwig, he's got a big fan following.
Yeah,
that kid has got a lot of people behind him, man. They are. I mean, there's just fan pages for him, and I know they'll be pulling for him. And if he does anything like he did the first open race at New Smyrna, he's going to be a threat.
The thing, though, is that he is a race behind. Well, I'm not sure how the Rookie of the Year is decided, if it's the whole season or if it's like a certain amount of races. So I actually cannot remark on that. I hope somebody can tell us in the chat.
Yeah.
But
I would think it's just the most points, no?
Yeah, I mean, some places it's a little bit different. It might be like your best certain amount of races, like best 16 race, or well, there's 16 in the tour, but like best 10 or something like that. I don't know. I am leaning towards Mike Christopher Jr. The only thing is he's with a new team, the Elite Racing team that Hirschman drove for a few times each year. And so he had a decent run at New Smyrna, but then wrecked late in the race and tore the back of the car. But it's honestly really hard when you put some thought into it as to who has the edge, because Christopher has a win. We know Teddy's been super fast in tour type modified since he first sat in one. And Paulie Hartwig is Paulie Hartwig. He adapts.
I'm going with Hodgson because I think he's the one that's going to run all the races. Hartwig's already missed one. I'll say Junior's going to miss one because of other opportunities. Teddy's going to get it. Bang.
Okay, that sounds legit.
Mm-hmm.
Who has the most tour type starts out of Hodgson Christopher? It's got to be Hodgson, right?
It might be Christopher. Christopher's been racing tour type modified since 2020, if not 2019. He has plenty of, because he drove for Jimmy Page in a double zero for multiple years.
That is true. A lot of open starts,
yeah.
too.
You know,
Junior's got 10 starts.
In the tour?
Yeah.
Yeah. And Hodgson has less than that.
Well, I just mean in tour type in general versus
like
an
in
SK.
general.
I'd probably say
sure.
Mike still has the
Yeah,
edge
you might be
because
right in that.
he's been doing it for longer.
I don't know, man. It's a tough pickup. I know that Mike Christopher Jr. obviously in the correct opportunity has proven over time and time again.
Mm-hmm.
Tour type cars or not, because remember he was doing it in I want to say it was the Baldwin car.
He raced the Baldwin car multiple times.
And really well.
Yeah.
Really well up front. And
his only modified tour win, I say only, it's only 10 starts, but it was in a Baldwin car.
yes, so he's proven within 10 races he can do it already.
Yep.
So Hodgson has something to prove. But I think Hodgson, you know, with them focusing on this and with teaming up with Justin Albanese, I know they're two separate deals, but I'm sure Albanese will be helping where he can on the tour type team. I wouldn't put it out. You know, the only one thing about, Paulie Hartwig has run the Smart Tour down south.
Mm-hmm.
So he's had to adapt to multiple tracks already. He's well aware of that. To show up at New Smyrna and win in a tour type car, the first tour type race that he ran was impressive.
Mm-hmm.
What makes you think that he couldn't do that somewhere else?
All right, we need to move on. Reminator, what do you got here?
Before Diego asks the last question of the night, I have to say, please, 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 please send your questions to sidsviewpodcast@gmail.com. Thank you.
Ooh, I like that.
That was pretty convincing, man. If I was a fan, personally, I would have sent in a question right there.
I love this segment.
That was
man.
good.
People get to ask questions. I thought it was great last year. But anyways, we got one from our buddy. This is our last question of the night. It is the first show.
Mm-hmm.
But our buddy Jeremy Martin.
Oh, that guy.
Yes,
Yeah.
he's always there.
He stays strong.
Yes,
and
love
I
it.
love it. So, Jeremy, thanks, buddy, for always participating. Are any of you going to the Waterford Speedbowl banquet? First off,
No.
no.
Nope.
No, none of us are. Maybe they'll finally give some details on the season. Maybe some live reporting if anything was announced. Now, that's not going to happen, but
We got to get in for that
What?
reason.
No one's going to announce anything, or no one's going to report
no live
anything?
reporting. But my gut tells me they've just been stewing and have stuff going here, and it's going to be this big press release, maybe.
What we've got here is failure to communicate.
Continue on.
Who else could that be but for the poll, man? Come on.
Okay, one of Jeremy's questions is, I mean, this is a question I don't even know if I should ask because we're in.
Just go for it. Come on.
Who are the men's basketball and women's basketball picks for the NCAA tournament?
I mean, come on, guy.
Who are you? I mean, how could you not say UCON?
Really?
UConn, right?
So UConn, the ladies just finished another undefeated season.
Unbelievable.
I think they're going for like their 11th or something crazy.
And they're
and then-
fun to watch.
I mean, the men could get upset. There's a couple, Duke's really good. There's a couple really good teams, but they just destroyed St.
Yeah,
John's.
but then they play Seton Hall the very next game, and it's like at UConn senior night,
Yeah.
and they're down by 5 with 3 minutes to go. I don't understand.
Yeah, I know.
But Caravan had a big game that night. UConn could either go all the way.
Or get bounced in the first round.
Yes, I
Yeah.
believe that.
Early, we'll have them ready.
Okay. Next question. Last question. It's a great one.
Okay.
Would a Frank Marotta show still work these days? Everyone misses it, but would the vendors and tracks all go? What if we continued the swap and sell and the old Marotta show and just moved it to March? I think it's a great idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, I mean, this was actually, I think, one of our very first videos that we did when we started the podcast,
Yes.
right? Yeah, we are kind of on the opposite sides of this. I mean, listen, I think it sounds fun. Like, I went to Ben Dodge's thing, and, I did have a good time, but, it's a long commitment for the tracks to go there for that whole weekend. And I just don't think it's the same anymore. It's just not, you used to go there to get the schedule, to see some new cars. All that information is readily available through either the track or social media. And so you're really just going for the social aspect of it. And I think, as attendees, we may like to do it, but I don't see how tracks or series would actually justify. You're talking a Thursday to go there to start setting up if it's going to be a Friday night start thing, and to load in and then set up Friday, and then you're there all weekend. I just don't see. And then what happens if like Ben had a rough deal this year because it had snow that weekend that really hurt attendance.
That's why you have it in March.
I mean, you could have it in March, I guess, but what if it conflicts with the Speedbowl banquet?
I totally oppose.
That's bad. My bad.
Yeah.
Come on, Sid. That was just
My
crude.
bad.
I think you got it dead wrong, but
Okay.
that's just me.
Well, the only thing I'll say is if it's such a great idea, how come nobody's done it?
I don't know.
I mean, they got rid of Racer-Rama. Well, because it wasn't making money. That's why.
Yeah.
And tracks decided they weren't going to go there.
But I thought, even Ben Dodge's thing in the snow, like we had gone on a Saturday. Did you go on a Saturday? I think you came up.
We
during
just
the
missed
snow.
we missed each other. Yeah,
Yeah,
you were there
came-
early, and yeah,
And I thought there was a fair amount of people there that were itching to be out
Yeah.
to do something like that. And it was snowing and it was still crowded.
Mm.
Could you imagine if,
It wasn't crowded soon after that, though.
because it was like heavy snow that day and Sunday was snow all day.
Mm.
But when I was there, I thought it was decently crowded. And could you imagine if there were a ton of beautiful race cars all chromed out and people wanting to mingle? It would be packed. You
Yeah.
don't think so, huh?
No.
I don't know, man.
Nope. What are we getting into? Anybody's? What's?
What do you guys, Fro? You don't think? Have you ever been to a Racer-Rama?
No.
You never have.
Nope.
You?
I haven't, but I've read up on the Frank Marotta show. For me, I'd be interested in going because I'm just a nerd like that.
Right.
Do I think a lot of people in my generation would be interested in going to that as a race fan? Not necessarily.
Yeah.
I don't see people of my age going to that event because they want to see all that stuff.
Would you go, Remy? That's a no.
I don't have
depends.
like a deep knowledge of what went on there, but I mean, from what
Well,
Sid
there's
said,
just a
it sounds
bunch
like
of
the
brand new race
conditions
cars.
that made that event great don't really exist. I mean, if like the schedule release and the preseason hype was a big part of it, I feel like you don't really need to go make a 4-day commitment to get that.
I don't know. I think I'm old school and I loved it.
Well, that's the thing. It's old school.
But I wish it was there. You don't see social media. I mean, it would be, this is my new car I'm building, but it's not like being there looking at them.
How long did you go to Ben's thing? How long were you there for?
Maybe 2 hours, 2.5 hours.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't. I don't know.
That's
I
how
mean,
long I was usually there when I went to that.
I remember the last time that it was actually Racer-Rama, and the Speedbowl still had a big booth. Thompson just had like a table with like a cardboard backdrop and a little slot thing of schedule. And Stafford, I don't even know if Stafford had a car. Like, it was obvious that the tracks were cashing out on. I'm not cashing out, but like, we're done with this. And they were really only, I think, going just to not say, just so you couldn't say they weren't there. And then they started blending it with Murata. And I don't know. They had the pit crew contest, and people came for that. And then I spent a whole week there. I did it with Corshane and Mark Case. We had we split up like a 3-bay thing.
Yeah.
And I mean, I know I went up there and I brought all my apparel, and I put a monitor up with some SIDS View stuff, and I was up there for 3 days. I think I sold like 2 hoodies and a couple T-shirts. Like, it was not worth it at all.
When was the last one of these held?
Probably like 2016 or so,
Okay.
2017 maybe.
Yeah,
I guess.
I don't know. They're making the point in the chat. I mean, everything's on social media. I mean,
Exactly right.
Dude, I used to love to build our cars and then just go show off all our hard work.
Yeah.
The internet killed it, man.
I mean, it would be sick if I could teleport there for an hour and then leave.
That was going to be one of my first documentaries, was what killed Racerama, which was the answer is the internet.
Yeah.
And social media. Yep.
I don't know, man. Yeah.
All right, we got stuff to do.
That's it, man. That's
All right.
another segment of Viewer Mail. Thanks to Ed Marcel, Firewood, and Land Clearing for our first one. So thank you so much. And get the emails in.
All right,
guys.
let's carry on. It's time for our annual March Madness bracket. And
yeah.
Our good friends over there at F&M Electrical Supply are going to bring this to you this month for the first 5 weeks of our podcast. And like I said before, Rob's got a little busy there in the old graphics booth. Let's check it out. Yeah, Jesus. This is going to be the thing now?
What happened?
I don't know.
Well, it's cooler with the music, but hey.
It is cool
Felt
with
pretty
the music,
nice.
right?
Oh, I love it, though.
It looks neat. I don't know. Oh, I know. You want me to do it again,
Do it
Rob?
again.
You want me to do it again?
Get some house action.
Yeah, let's do it again, right? Okay.
Hey, I love it. I love it. This is a good one, though, Rob.
Thank you. You like
All
that
right.
kind of like PlayStation 2 vibe going right there. It's pretty nice, right? It's good.
Good job, buddy.
Thank you.
I'm so frustrated with these audio problems. I just want to punch myself in the face.
Oh my
No,
god.
are you willing to do it on air at least?
So bad. All right. Anyways, let's go. So we're gonna let me throw up the first bracket. Now we posted this on our socials for everybody to see, and so there seems to be a lot of confusion. Everyone's like, what are you doing? Rick Martin's retired, and blah 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 blah. So listen.
That's what they're saying.
The brackets are based on your 2025 stats, to what people are doing or where they're racing in 2026. Has absolutely nothing to do with anything. And we're just doing this for fun. We tried to incorporate as many different divisions from as many tracks as possible. We did the mods the first year. Last year we did a bunch of fender divisions. This year we kind of threw them all in there, and also some mini stocks. And it was difficult to create the brackets, to say the least. Excuse me. Me, Bonssa, and Diego worked on these diligently, trying to do the seating. The problem is we got SKs and SK lights basically on the left side, and then on the right side we tried to cram in pro stocks, late models, limited late models, street stocks, trucks, and mini stocks. So there is a lot of people on the right side that did not, unfortunately, make the cut. Diego, what do you say we give because we know we've all been getting messages, how come we didn't make the cut, blah, blah, blah. We basically tried to get all the track champions in there. And then we basically, for the most part, went by wins, with a few exceptions if you had if you were like a top 5 in points, but without a win, you usually made the cut. But because it was packed on the fendered side, you got guys like Doug Benoit and Wayne Curry Jr., DJ Tebow. They all stick out because they had 2 wins. They didn't make the cut. And then Ryan Pompaselli won 3 times in the mini stocks. Burt Willett, Jordan Hadley, Tyler Chapman, they all won multiple times, but they did not have a complete season, so we had to make some decisions.
Yeah.
And listen, we're just doing this to have fun. Don't take it personal if we didn't put you in the bracket. We'll get you in there. We'll plan on doing these brackets every year for a long time, so we'll have some fun with it. We're going to throw the first one up on the screen here. We will show you a little bit better version here. We'll start with the old modified bracket. And what do you say there, Diego? You want to give us a who'd you pick there? Pulio, SK champ versus Sangermano.
It's a no-brainer.
You have to go with JP, right?
It's a no-brainer there to me.
All right, in the essence of time, we're gonna just say that Pulio got that 5-0 there.
Okay.
So that's for the 116 matchup. We got an 8-9 matchup here. Corey DiMatteo against Troy Talman. Two heavy hitters there over at Stafford Motor Speedway. Rob, why don't you go first on this one?
You pull up the old text document. I got Troy Talman here.
Oh, sure you did.
He's, pretty consistent. You can always count on him to be running for those wins. Probably grab a couple by the end of the year.
Mm-hmm. All right, interesting. Reminator, what do you say?
See, I was having a little bit of a hard time, but I just thought that if it was the last lap, the last corner, and they're side by side.
I know, what is this southern accent you're throwing in? What are you doing?
I don't know what's going on. Anyway.
What's the matter with you?
I was trying to hold it together for your answer, but it just kept getting worse.
I don't know. It just happens. Anyway, I personally just think that Corey would just push him out of the way, and then he will win. So Corey DiMatteo for me.
Remy, please stop talking.
Sorry.
I can't take it anymore. I actually can't take it.
Everyone likes my little bit of spice, just a little bit.
Little.
Bonssa, say stuff.
Oh my!
This was a tough one because Troy definitely toned up the aggression this past year, and DiMatteo is one of the most aggressive drivers in the SKs. But I still gave DiMatteo the edge, so I voted for him.
All right. Well, I went with Talman because people. I like when we had him in here. We say sometimes you feel like people overlook you. Yeah. Listen, Corey's the real deal, but I figured I'd give. It's an 8-9 matchup. It's a tough one, so I went with Talman.
Yeah, I mean, his driving style, he had some serious edge this year. That 3-car.
Diego, over to you for the tiebreaker.
Well, this is a tough one. This was a tough pick for me.
Mm-hmm.
Troy Talman's a hell of a shoe, and Corey DiMatteo to me is really, really good. And unfortunately, for my buddy Troy, I went and picked Corey DiMatteo because he is the real deal. Not saying Troy's not. This was a hell of a matchup, and to even be in the same category, racing against each other and almost at equal levels, speaks volume from where Troy Talman is today.
Yep.
So,
all right. So DiMatteo, then we got there with the 3-2 victory. Diego, stay with you. Start us off here. Flannery versus Owen.
do you have to ask me this?
Yeah, I do.
I mean,
actually.
you guys know where my heart lies. My man Flannery, to me, is the real deal too. So I took Flannery, even though I love Todd.
So it's a 12-5 matchup.
That's my upset.
Now, if you're a college basketball fan, you know that the 12-5 is usually where you're going to get an upset in the first round. So that is on brand for you, my friend. All right, Rob, what do you got?
Now, Todd Owen, very accomplished driver, right? We've all seen the numbers.
I love this guy.
However, the Ant-Man, I do believe the past few years we keep bringing up this anecdote of coming out of 4 in the final lap. I think the Ant-Man's got that dog in him.
Okay.
I love this guy.
Flannery 2-0. Reminator, Southern Rems. What do you got?
I went with the stats, so I went with Todd Owen.
Okay. So I figured, Flannery, he drives an Owen car, right?
Yeah.
So I just feel like
Can't beat an Owen car.
Owen's not going to give him the better car. He's going to have the best car.
Oh, yeah,
Square it off, right?
You're thinking all complex here.
So I'm going Todd.
Ooh, you are the decision maker. This is interesting.
Since got the lore taken into account, Bonza. Can you top that?
No, you can't top Sid at all. But the things that those two have had some damn good battles at Waterford together.
True story.
And it has gone both ways. So this was a really difficult one. I think Anthony would be able to push the issue a little bit more and come out a little bit ahead.
No way. No way.
I voted Flannery. I'm sorry, Todd.
Wow. right.
Oh my
I
goodness!
love this game so much. You almost feel bad about who you picked.
I feel bad. I feel really bad.
All right, here we go. Next up, we have Mike Christopher Jr., the 4 seed, over the SK5K defending champion, Max Zackham. So let's see who we're going to start with here. Reminator, let's start with you.
I went with, what do you call him? MC3?
MC3.
Incorrectly.
Okay, I'll go with MC3 for today.
Let's call him MC5 because he swept that one 5-0. We're going to move on
All
there.
right, just skip ahead.
All right, let's go to the. Sorry, Max. We go to this.
Probably anybody else, though,
Yeah.
that Max had there
Mm-hmm.
for what he put on last year,
Yeah.
pulls an upset.
No, I was gonna say let me give my little chance to defend Zackham
No,
on this.
'cause Zackham is
he
the
is
real
dirty,
deal.
absolutely dirty.
Yes.
Yep.
All right.
All right, Bonssa, why don't you start us off here? We got Eric Burnt, the 6th seed, against Alex Pearl, coming off his rookie season, and the SKs at Stafford is the 11th seed.
And he won in his rookie year, which is very impressive
Indeed.
to do at Stafford in the SKs. But it's hard to beat the Bulldog, so I had to give my vote to Eric. Thank you, Diego.
All right,
Yeah.
that was very necessary. Thank you.
I went with the Bulldog as well. Diego, 2-0 Bulldog. Over to you.
Well, the Bulldog's getting a little old.
Oh,
You know what I'm
snap.
saying?
Oh my God.
I love me some Eric Burnt. I
Yep.
love me some Leanna and that family.
Mm-hmm.
But today is not his day.
Wow.
Alex Pearl comes through, knocking on the door for a W, baby.
Okay.
All right?
All right. 2-1 Bulldog. Over to you, Rob.
Now, Eric Burnt, very, very long tenure, right?
Mm-hmm.
Got a lot of stats, and I've seen him run very well at a lot of different tracks.
I love this.
But Alex Pearl, the hot shoe, coming up, getting a win in the first season of the SK, shows a lot of versatility.
You took him?
No, I gave it to Burnt still.
All right.
I couldn't resist. I mean, the Bulldog's too good. He's too versatile.
Yeah. All right, Reminator, who did you have? Doesn't matter.
Eric.
Eric won. Okay, so it would have been 4-1. All right, here we go.
Jeez.
We got Moeller, the 3 seed, against Michael Jarvis Jr., the 14 seed. Bonssa, why don't you start us off with this one?
Arguably the 2 cleanest drivers in the SK Modifieds. I gave it to Moeller.
Yeah, same here. Diego?
Same here.
Remy?
Same.
All right, Rob?
Yeah, I gave it to him.
All right, 5-0 there for the high roller. Let's carry on here if we shall. What do we got next here? We got Mikey Flynn
Well, it's a good one.
versus Marcello
This is
Ruffano,
one of the nail
the
biters.
pride of Italy here. 7-10 is also a...
Wow.
So I'm going to start you off. Oh, I didn't want to do that. The hell? Just hitting music. All right. Look at it, it's still showing too. What the hell? It's off the rails, people. I can't even find it to take it down.
Oh, yeah.
There it is.
This right
You're
here.
doing so
I want to
great.
cut to one of our cameras to see a black screen.
I know. What is going on?
This is going to be a great matchup, though. I can tell you that.
They keep talking, Diego, because I can't figure
Diego,
out.
I can at
There
least
we
hear
go.
your soothing voice.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. You hear my soothing voice.
So I went with Mikey Flynn because I feel like, again, he gets overlooked.
He's on a roll.
He had a quality season. That's what I'm going with.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Why is it still black? What is the problem here?
I know.
Oh, I know why.
Me too.
I got it.
Yep.
Here we go.
Oh, look
there
at
I
that
am.
handsome fella.
All
Oh,
right. All right. What do you got, Diego?
I went with the pride of Italy here.
All right. Rafano. Bonssa.
I mean, Flynn had a really good year, but Rafano, he's got that edge as a driver. And Flynn's going to have a sharper edge this year after what happened last year.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm still going to give it to Rafano.
All right.
2-1 so
2-1 over to the Reminator.
Okay. So I had a theory in my head, okay?
Oh, this is going to be good.
So, say Marcello got really pissed off during the race, all right? And it's between Mikey and him at the end. He's really hot-headed, the Italian steam coming out of his head, right? Nah. Mikey ain't winning. He's a little too nice for me. Marcello will move his ass out of the way.
Wow. Okay. All right, and that's that. That's the 3 you need to move on.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, let's wrap it up here. Rocco versus Timmy Jordan. Now, Timmy Jordan had a rough year. Again, people get confused by this. You know, Timmy Jordan, the 15 seed, but he had a down year, did not win. I think he even missed a race. Or two. So puts him in this tough spot here against Diego's boy, Keith Rocco. We know who Diego picked. Bonssa, what do you got?
Keith.
Yeah, Rob?
I mean, sitting at the number 2 seed right there, that's no mediocre driver. That's the Keith Rocco right there. He's moving on, I'd say.
That's right. Even Reminator picked him. Is that correct?
Wow.
That is correct.
Wow.
But we had
Change
to
of
see throughout the rest of the weeks if I would choose him again.
Oh,
So-
okay.
Okay,
Wow.
a little tease.
All right. All right, that's it's a 5-0 wrap there with Rocco here. So let's carry on here. Here is there's your results there. Pulio, Di Matteo, Flannery against Mike Jr., the Bulldog against the High Roller, and then the Pride of Italy. So Rocco versus a one-time protege there at the bottom of the bracket. All right, so we'll get back to that next week. The next bracket we have here is the light bracket. And why don't we start it off over here with our man Diego.
Dude, come on. Is this for real?
I tell you about my best friend. He's a warm-hearted person who loved me till the end.
All right. Hobby, that's me and your song, buddy. All right. Who else can you pick here?
Oh, Johnny O.
Johnny
Come
O's
on.
good.
All right. Not good enough.
Hubby's this way.
Uh-huh.
He's going straight up to the top. Be hard to stop him right now.
Yeah. I think we all picked Hubby. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. 5-0 sweep there. We love Johnny O, but Hubby was just a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah, I mean, they used to call Darryl Waltrip Jaws back in the day. If there was a Jaws of the mods right now, I'd say it has to be Nick Hubby.
Okay.
He just chews
I
him
hope
up,
to hear
spits him
that
out.
song again. Though.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
a nice
I'm sure you will.
Listen, with the way you talk about Hubby, it'll be played off. For sure. All right, let's move on here. Another 8-9 matchup here. Evan Burgoyce against Amanda West. 8-9 matchup. How are we going to do this
This
here?
should be interesting.
I'll start you off there. I went with Amanda.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Just figured, what the hell? She's
Yeah.
good, right?
She's good.
That's good reason. Good
Yeah,
answer.
just,
Good
you know what I mean? I mean, it's no. I mean, they're both good. What are you gonna say? I just, I felt like Amanda was. I don't know.
Better.
She had some good. She had some good karma there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She had a good year.
What do you got?
I went with Evan.
You did.
Evan Burgoyce.
So you think Evan's better?
I do.
Okay.
That's me.
Bonza, over to you, buddy.
This was a hard one because we know Evan can wheel an SK Light at Waterford, but when you compare Evan driving at the other tracks, Thompson and Stafford, and Amanda driving at Thompson and Waterford, I give the edge to Amanda.
Okay.
Really?
She has more
2-1.
versatility across the
Really?
3 tracks, I think, compared to how Evan has done.
Reminator.
I'm sorry, I don't have a story for this, but Evan.
All right. So 2-2 down to the bullpen. Robert, what do you got?
If it's really a final lap scenario, I give it to Evan easy. I mean, that him and that whole team is so gritty. I mean, they're nose to the grindstone guys. I think they get it done.
All right.
All right.
So Evan's going to move on there. What do we got? Tyler Chapman against Eddie Gomarlo. Another 5-12 matchup. Diego, what do you got?
You know, with the year that Chapman had last year, which was in the SK Lights, was mediocre. I could have seen this as an upset. Again, I know you guys probably couldn't see that, but I still picked Tyler Chapman.
Reminator, what do you got?
See, okay. I know Tyler Chapman. I know how good he could be. But you saw what he did to Nick Hovey. You don't think he could do that to Tyler Chapman? So I went with Go Marlowe.
You mean running up in the marbles?
Exactly.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Go Marlboro.
Good one. All right, Rob, what do you got?
I took Chapman on this one. I know he had a kind of up and down year, but I feel like a lot of the incidents that he was in were definitely not his fault. And I mean, he's quite the closer. I mean, for as much as you can call him a closer, last year in the SKs,
Yeah.
I guess 2 years ago now, he just drove to the front.
Yeah.
I'd still call him a closer, even though he was also dominant at the same time.
All right, 2-1 over to you, Bonssa.
Tyler.
Yeah.
Eddie's a good driver, but Tyler has more experience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same here.
A little too early for
A
Eddie.
little too early for Eddie.
Yep, I went with Chapman as well.
Oh, he can get there, though.
All right, here we go. Crafty veterans. Chris Matthews, the 4 seed, against Bob Charland, the 13 seed. Let's go to you. Over to you, Bonssa. Sorry,
Winningest SK Light modified driver of all time, Chris Matthews.
Diego,
Ditto.
Remy,
Matthews.
Rob.
For the same reasons, Matthews.
Yep, same here. All right, 5-0 sweep for the veteran Matthews. Now let's go to Peter Bennett, Josh Morrison, 6'11" matchup. All right, I'll start you off there. My voice cracks. You like that? I've been sitting near Remy. His voices are going to shit.
But you're not doing a southern accent.
I went with Morrison. How do you like them apples?
Good, nice apples.
Yeah, thank you. Reminator, what do you got?
I also went with Morrison.
That's how you do it. That's March Madness, the 11 seed with a 2-0 lead. Diego, over to you.
Man, I don't see it.
Hmm.
I don't see it.
You don't see it, huh?
I don't see it. I mean, Peter Bennett was nasty last year. I don't see it.
All right, so you're going Bennett, as you're
Yeah.
saying. Okay.
So I decided the comeback continues.
Mm-hmm.
If this was 2024, Josh over Bennett. But Peter stepped it up last year.
That's what I'm saying.
And I saw him really step up his racecraft. It's Peter Bennett over Josh Morrison. 2-2.
2-2, baby.
2-2 to you, Rob.
Now, again, unlike Diego, I see it. I mean, I think this is one of the hardest matchups of the whole bracket.
It really is.
Especially in a 6-11. I mean, Morrison versus Bennett. Bennett, I would say, is a little bit on the cleaner side. Definitely more consistent. But Morrison, he's got that unhinged energy that you need to win.
Unhinged.
But let me tell you something. The king of the crate is going to be the king of this 6-11 matchup.
That's right,
Peter Bennett.
baby.
All right. Is that it? Is that the 3 we need?
Yeah, that
All
gets him
sweet.
there.
All right.
3-2.
All right, let's go to the next one we have is Nick Anglace, Austin Goff, 3-14 matchup. Bonssa,
It's hard to go against Nick in any matchup.
Rob,
Yeah, same here.
Remy,
Yeah, Nick.
Diego.
Who's going to go against him right now?
It's March Madness, UConn, baby. Come on.
Oh,
All right,
kid.
Anglace, 5-0 on that one.
You're talking about you went with him, too.
All right. Let's go to Kevin Davis, Robert Bloxham. Reminator, what do you got?
I went with Bloxham.
This is a great matchup.
What do you got, Chief?
This is a really, really good matchup.
Mm-hmm.
Seriously, because Bloxham is really good.
Yeah.
I think Kevin Davis is nasty. I took Kevin Davis.
Okay. What do you got?
Kevin impressed in his rookie year. And I've known that kid since the Wild Thing Carts. Bloxham, he was a tough cookie before. He's going to be a real tough cookie this year driving for Keith Rocco. And he's won races across the 2 tracks. I give it to Bloxham.
Okay. Rob?
For the versatility and the reasons described by Bonds, I mean, he was driving some pretty homegrown stuff there, too. I give it to Bloxham as well. No, but just wait to see what he can do in this KRR car. He is going to be demon time on the track. Demon.
Reminator?
I already said it.
Oh, you did. So that's it.
Who'd you pick?
I don't know. What did I do? I have Bloxham. Bloxham.
I was the only one that picked Davis.
You are.
Didn't Davis show up to Stafford and run really
He
good?
ran top 5 in the Invitational.
Top 5 in the Invitation. Showed it one time.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a Marlo to a degree, just not yet.
That boy is nasty.
He is.
All right, last one. Dean Lambros against Meg Fuller.
Oh, damn.
Bonssa.
That's an underrated one because Dean was really good in the SK Lights when he ran. I still gave the edge to Meg because she's a very clean and conservative driver. I don't think Dean would push the issue and cause any issues.
Diego.
Well, yeah, I picked Meg Fuller.
Reminator.
Fuller.
All right, that's the 3 needed. She moves on. Let's get this bracket going. Hubby, Burgoyce, Chapman, Matthews, Bennett, Anglace, Bloxham, Fuller.
Dude, these second round matchups
Yeah, those are heavy hitters
just
right
insane.
there. Heavy hitters. Let's keep it moving. We got a lot to go still. Here we go. The Pro Late bracket. Dave Darling, Mark Jennison, couple of Sea Conquerors. Seaconk.
Reminator. Yeah.
What do you got?
Dave Darling.
Rob.
Say Kong. Oh, Dave Darling, I mean.
Bonssa.
I went with the champ, Dave Darling.
Diego.
Ditto.
Yeah. 5-0. 5-0 we did on that one.
Well.
All right, here we go. Larry Barnett, Thompson champ against Dylan Estrella, former champ over at Seaconk. Let's see. Who do we want to start this one off there? Reminator, hit it.
I had a hard time with this.
Wait a second. Oh,
Hey, that's what she said.
All right, go ahead.
I had a hard time with that one, but
Yeah.
I chose Larry Barnett. Everyone likes my little bit of spice, you know?
Diego.
I thought that was real.
That's so funny. I'm starting like a spicy look. I went with Estrella here.
All right. 1-1 over to you, Bonsa.
I gave the edge to Estrella as well.
Yeah, so did I. Rob.
As did I.
All right. Estrella moves on. Here we go. Travis Haidar, Luke LeBrun. 5-12 matchup.
Tough matchup here.
Yeah. Reminator. Say things.
I don't know if y'all want me to. Okay. The only reason I chose Luke is because I felt like the whole thing was all late models or pro late models. So once he goes into the late models and everything, I feel like I can actually figure out who to choose on that one. So I did go with Luke.
That's the worst explanation.
I don't care. I don't care your
What does that
opinion.
mean?
Oh my god.
What do you mean?
Travis is the 5 seed. What are you talking about?
So?
She's saying the late models, the Seaconk are the higher division compared to limiteds at Stafford.
Man, that was hard.
Yeah, go ahead.
That was real hard.
Diego,
My turn.
save us.
I took Haidar here, baby.
Yeah. Bonsa.
Yeah, that was a tough one because Luke is a champion. He won the championship in 24, but rookie year championship tore it up in the second half of the season in terms of consistency. I had to put Haidar just a bit ahead of LeBron.
LeBron's nasty, though.
He is. He's very good.
He's nasty.
Rob.
I would say Haidar's seeming ability to adapt to and just dominate whatever he gets in is too much to ignore in this matchup.
Yeah, same here.
Yep.
So we are going to, let's see. I don't want to lose my spot here. All right. So Travis moves on. Now we got Nick Lascola against Jake Johnson, the 4 seed, defending Thompson late model champ right there in your face.
Yeah.
What do you say, Diego? Why don't you start us off there? What do you got?
I took Jake the Snake.
Yeah. Reminator.
Jake as well.
Rob.
I took Jakey Poo.
Yeah.
Jakey Poo.
Jakey Poo with the
Could not do.
5-0 sweep
nasty.
there. Yeah, moving on. Let's do Paul Varicchio Jr., the Stafford late model champ against George Baldwin, the high winner in the Thompson Open Streeters. Who are we going to hit up here? Why don't we give this one to... I'll start you off. I went with Baldwin. Love myself some Paul Varicchio, but it's March Madness. Had to mix it up.
Wow.
He was pretty stout at Thompson. I figured, what the hell?
Yeah, right.
All right.
Good pick.
Reminator?
I went with Varicchio.
Okay. Bonsa, what do you got there, Chief?
If it was the last month of the season and Varicchio was fighting for a championship, I'd go Baldwin. But throughout the season, if Varicchio's going at it 100%, I'm going Varicchio.
All right.
Yep.
Rob, what do you got?
Yeah, to Bonza's point, Paul's gotten way too good at calling a shot. I mean, he called the championship. If he came up to me before the race and went, hey, see this 1v1, I'm about to win this, I'd be like, all right, yep, I believe you. He's got my vote.
All right. Diego?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am. Wow. Okay.
I said man.
All right. Whatever.
Are we sure?
Yeah. 4-1 Varicchio on that one. Let's do a little Charlie Rose, Adam Gray. We got a 3-14 matchup. We're going to start you off with Reminator. What do you got?
I went with Adam Gray.
Okay. Diego.
My man Gray.
Man Gray. All right. Bonsa.
This was the toughest choice to me. Adam Gray, 40 wins at Stafford, 4 late model championships. He knows how to get it done. Charlie Rose is no joke. He's been around for a long time at Star and a Seekonk, and he drives similar to Adam Gray. Full grit out there, no mercy. The way he charged in the championship playoffs last year, I gave the edge to Rose.
Wow.
It's 2-1.
Wow.
Rob, what do you got?
Now, Adam Gray at the end of 2024, he top of the world. I was like, all right, he's just going to steamroll the field next season in 25. However, I saw some cracks in the armor this year. That division was a little messy. I didn't see the dominance that I really thought would be there out of the Gray car.
Mm-hmm.
But you know who I did see it out of? Charlie Rose.
Oh, wow. Okay.
This guy's good.
2-2 over to me, huh?
He's good.
I mean, listen, Adam Gray is freaking nasty. Saw him at Ben Dodger's thing, actually, the swap and sell. I mean, who's beating him? I'll tell you who's beating him. Charlie Rose. That's who's beating him.
Holy!
Okay?
No way!
Rose is on a tear.
You guys knocked off Gray?
He had himself a season.
Oh, my. It feels like an upset.
Charlie Rose moves on that one. Wow. All right, what else do we got here? Chris Meyer. Chrissy Two Scoops. My apologies. Against the defending Speedbowl late model champ, Devin Deshays.
Wow, it's a good matchup.
What do you got, Diego?
Oh, I'm going 2 scoops all the way here.
Mm-hmm.
I went
Bonssa?
Chris Meyer.
Rob?
You can't not take 2 scoops, dude. His nickname's too good. It intimidates the rest of the field.
Seriously. Reminator?
2 scoops.
Okay, you're singing your answers now. Excellent. Okay.
She's now singing her answers.
2 scoops for me as well. That is a 5-0 sweep for our man Chris. Let's go over to Jacob Burns against Kevin Gambacorder. He was the bracket champion last year, Diego.
Who's that?
Kevin.
Yes.
15 seed this year because we had to bunch them all up there into one quadrant.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah. What did you get? What did you get on this one?
Man, how do you knock off the year Jacob Burns had last year?
Yeah. Tough to, right?
Oh, my God. It's too bad Kevin Gambacorder has come up against such a formidable opponent here, but Jacob Burns easily here.
So, I was looking at this one and I just said, listen, Jacob had an amazing season. One of the most unique seasons I've seen in a while, right? Who wins multiple times in a pro stock and a legend car and then throws in a couple late model wins at different tracks, right? Like crazy. But you know what? Our man Kevin, he's a crafty vet. I said, sometimes Kentucky's a 15th seed. Every once in a rare while, and they're going to remind you that they're Kentucky.
But
so
not today.
No. I got Kevin Gambacorder.
He says, no.
No. Don't jump the script.
I went Gambacorder with the upset. It's madness. Reminator, hit it.
I went with Burns.
Wow, you did not pick a Stafford driver?
No.
It's impressive. Okay. 2-1 over to you, Bonssa.
That monologue you went on, the first half, about Rowdy Burns,
that's
exactly why I voted for him.
All right, good job by you.
Thanks for convincing me, Sid.
Rob, you as well?
Yeah, I mean, we're all talking about Kevin Gambacorder right now like he's some sad sap over here in the 15th seed. He is an absolute menace in the late model, but Jacob Burns is just peaking, firing on all cylinders, every division. Doesn't matter what you put him in, he's going to win.
All right. I like what you're saying there. So that's 4-1 for Burns. So there's your moving on there. So we're going to have a heavyweight battle there, Seekonk, Darling versus Estrella. Then we got Travis against Jake, which that could be a battle this year coming up, right, at Thompson, potentially?
Yep.
Then we got a couple of late model champs battling it out there.
Oh.
And then 2 scoops against Rowdy Burns. So we'll have some fun with that bracket. One to go. Let's see what we got here. The stock bracket. We're going to welcome some mini stock competitors into the bracket for the first time. Let's get things started with Aaron Plemons against Jason Raymond. Now, Jason Raymond said absolutely he's getting bounced the first round. I told him, you need to have a little faith, guy. You know what I mean? It's March Madness.
Yeah.
But the reality is he got bounced 5-0. Sorry, Raymond. He ended strong, but Plemons had the just an incredible year there. Tough to beat. Colby Lambert against the mini stock champ at Thompson, Dave Trudeau. What do you got there, Reminator? Go ahead. Sorry.
No, you're good. I went with Lambert.
Yeah, Rob.
I got Lambert too.
Bonssa.
Lambert.
Yeah, Lambert's a 5-0 sweep on that one.
Oh yeah.
All right, we'll keep things moving here. Let's go with the truck champion Jake Veneta against Chris Garside, 12 seed. Yeah, like I said before, these 5-12s.
Yeah.
What do you got there, Rob?
Now, this, again, another hard one. I think the other, we had a good 6-11, a good 5-12, good 3-14. Again, Garside's dirty, but all I can picture is that sport truck coming in and just bodying the mini stock out of the way. I can't get it out of my mind. For that reason, I gave it to Veneta.
All right. Diego, what do you got?
Man, Veneta had a great year, but Garside is just really, really, really good in a mini stock, and then so I went Garside here with the upset.
Reminator.
Okay. Hear me out.
Okay.
Last lap, last turn. They're going to the straightaway to the start-finish line. They're side by side. Who's going to win it? Has to be Chris Garside, like, of course, by like 1 inch.
Mm-hmm.
And the flag man makes the decision.
Okay.
What? No, Remy, I genuinely didn't see that twist coming.
That was
very
pretty good,
riveting.
Remy.
That was
Thank
good.
you.
That's well thought out of. All right.
That was painful.
Bonssa, 2-1 Garside, over to you.
This was a toughie. This was a difficult one because they're both really good in really good divisions. But those trucks, those full-size trucks, they're no joke. I gave the edge to Veneta. We're tied.
Tied over to me, huh?
Ooh.
Diego, you know I'm a mini stock guy.
Oh yeah, you are.
That's where I came from.
Not today though.
Not today.
I think so.
I think the same logic with Rob. You know, truck's just a little bigger car.
Right.
Driving down this. Get the hell out of my way, will you?
That's all I see.
Yeah. All right. So let's move on here. What else we got? We have Travis Downey, two-time streeter champ at Stafford, against the guy who ended the season lightning fast, Andrew Krasminski. 4-13 matchup. Where do we want to go with this? I'll start you off. I told you I was a mini stock guy. I went with the mini stock guy. That guy was fast to end the
This could
season.
easly be an upset right here.
Yeah.
Easy upset.
So I'll start you off with that. Reminator, what do you got?
I went with Downey.
Mm-hmm. All right. 1-1 over to you, Diego.
Man, this was a tough pick for me.
Mm-hmm.
But Downey won the championship last year and the year before. Got a little bit more grit.
Yeah.
I'm going Downey.
Bonssa, what do you got?
It's a grounds for an upset, a huge upset.
Oh,
It
yeah.
ain't happening.
Oh.
Big Downey.
Oh, all right. That's the three needs. Rob, what'd you have?
I took Downey as well.
All
I mean,
right.
2 back-to-back street stock championships. Second one, arguably stronger than the previous. I don't know what the SK Lights are going to hold for him, but as a stock bracket competitor, it's Downey all the way.
That had the makings of a big upset.
Yeah.
Right there.
It did. Andrew was amazing this
Yeah,
past
it
year,
was.
especially in the end.
All right, here we go. Jason Beal, truck champ, against the craftiest of all street stock veterans, Al Stone III. Diego, what do you got?
I went with the little real deal.
Mm-hmm.
Jason Beal.
All right. Bonssa?
It's hard to beat that crafty veteran. He's been around a long time, and he's still battling for wins. I went with Stone.
Reminator.
I also went with Stone.
Yeah, so did I. That's the three to
What's an
to
upset?
advance. Rob, I think, had Stone as well.
I did for what you said yourself. Craftiest of veterans.
All right, here we go. Ray Christian, the 3 seed, against Rick Martin, the 14 seed. Now, he is a crafty veteran, and he is retiring, if you haven't heard. Many people have told us on our Facebook page, just in case you were wondering. Rob, why don't you start us off here? What do you got?
I love Radical Rick. You know, I actually, when we went to the near banquet, said that was the best part was hearing Rick talk easily. I was like, oh, what a guy.
Yeah.
I wanted to pick him, but Ray Christian is truly a menace to the entire field right now. I mean, every time I've gone to see him race, they just can't stop him. They have bounties out for him, don't they?
They did.
They got bounties out for Rick right now?
All right, good point. So that's your pick.
Yes, that is my pick. Sorry, I don't know if that was obvious.
Reminator.
I went with Rick Martin.
Okay. 1-1 over to you, Diego.
Went with RC3.
Mm-hmm. Bonssa.
I know it's mini stocks versus trucks, but Ray did win a late model championship. Anything he drives, he can wheel. I picked Ray.
Yeah, same here. All right, Ray, 4-1 advances. How about Ryan Lynham versus Ethan Heilborn? Reminator, what do you got?
Lana.
Rob.
I got Lynham too.
Bonssa.
Lynham too dominant.
Yeah, he was a 5-0 sweep
On
there.
rails.
Mm-hmm.
And then we got Adam Petty against Brent Gleason, the 215 seed. Diego.
This could have been an upset here, too.
Yeah.
For real.
Mm-hmm.
Really could have. But even at the end of last year when Adam Gray needed to win, he won.
Adam Petty, you mean?
I mean, Adam Petty.
Yeah.
I took Adam Petty because he showed that.
Reminator.
I also went with Petty.
Rob.
Brent Gleason's made some serious noise at Stafford. I mean, he's really, I would say, moved up in terms of who I see as a real threat. But after seeing, we went to that weekly show. A lot of the people in this room right now went to that weekly Seekonk show, and I saw Adam actually driving that car. I couldn't bet against him. He was dirty.
He
All
was
right.
dirty.
He was dirty.
All right, 5-0 was the sweep there. We're running short on time here, so here we go. Plemons Lambert, Jake Veneta Downey, Stone against Christian, couple of trips there. And then Ryan Lynham, Adam Petty. We'll have fun with that. We will post the giant bracket with all the updates on our socials, so stay tuned for that. Follow us on our socials. We are just about to wrap it up. A couple more segments. Listen, it's not Riley Generators anymore. It's Riley Electrical, and they are back for another full season of the Pop Culture Minute. Let's giddy up.
All right.
So, Diego, we had the Olympics. USA won a lot of gold medals. You know what happens when you win a gold medal as an American? Hear the Star-Spangled Banner. Now, this was written on September 14th, 1884 by Francis Scott Key, and it was actually a poem when he wrote it. Was printed in newspapers and eventually set to music of the popular English drinking tune called the Anacreon in Heaven by composer John Stafford Smith. People began referring to the song as the Star-Spangled Banner. And in 1916, President Woodrow Wilson announced that it should be played at all official events. And on this date in 1931, March 3rd, 95 years ago today, it was officially named our national anthem. And wouldn't you know that if it wasn't for sports, and I've said this for a long time, if it wasn't for sports, how often would you actually even hear the national anthem? Right? It is pretty cool if you follow sports. But, Diego, another little nugget for you. It's also National Cold Cuts Day.
Oh, hell yeah.
So I don't know what your favorite is. I'm a Genoa kind of guy myself. Throw that with a little provolone, but March 3rd, Cold Cuts Day. You're not impressed, huh? Okay. All right, listen, we've had enough of this charade, huh? Let's wrap it up. Didn't you miss us? All the chaos, audio problems, you know the deal. Listen, follow us on socials. Reels every day. We got Music Mondays. We got our little Friday funnies with our little Kids View stuff. Diego, take us home here, brah.
All right. Got to thank Dale Hedquist Motorsports for the weekly update. Of course, the Mid-State Site Development for the Chalkboard Chatter and the live chat poll. Waddell Communications for the Nostalgia Nugget. Of course, Hoosier Tire East for the Stat Chat. Skakin LLC for Did You Know? Ed Marcel Firewood and Land Clearing for Viewer Mail. Of course, Preferred Fabrication for the Stat Drop. F&M Electric Supply, thanks for the March Madness bracket. Raleigh Electrical for the Pop Culture Minute. Of course, Vault Productions for this badass studio, so thanks, man.
Word.
And the first episode, all you podcast members, thanks for staying on. Thanks for coming back. Looking forward to a great season with you. See you next week.
I'd like to say a big thank you to Flow Racing for all the videos tonight. I'll also like to say a big thank you to Getty Images, King George, Bob Sheldon, KLAS Motorsports for the photos tonight.
All right, everybody, the results of the poll. Ryan Priest, 2 wins by 41% over 1 win at 38%. That's your finals for the Mid-State
man.
Site Development live chat poll. We'll see you next Tuesday. We'll do it all again. See you then.